No drink today.
Of
Dang.
the year. I
Oh,
think that's right. The only one, the
All these.
second
Look,
of the year.
look,
look, look, all these.
hello, hello.
Hello,
We are
hello.
live. Welcome to Chat Her Up. It's your girl Monty, Callie, and Joy. We are here to bring you the hottest topics that are out there. I'm going to play our intro and then we will get into it. At least you got some friends that'll rescue her. Would y'all rescue me?
What you mean?
If they was coming to get me, would y'all come tell me and let me
I don't mess with the Fed.
know?
Let's be clear.
Y'all let
Literally caught.
And look. What it,
It
look.
sounds weird, I know, but I didn't get the feeling that I was talking to like a trash whore, low down type person.
Yeah.
really.
She
She's
didn't
just
come
a
off
young
that way.
girl.
Is it playing?
That's a Karen.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
Hi everyone. Got some people watching, I see. Anyway, let's see. How was your weekend, ladies? What was going on, Callie? Anything good?
No, just getting ready for school tomorrow. So we did our last minute shopping, and that's about it.
All right, what about you, Joy?
Pretty much the same thing. Kind of get some last little odds and ends, and I finally found this binder she wanted. Other than that,
Honey, yes. We've been in school for about 2 weeks before y'all, so y'all gonna feel what I've been feeling. But
it's
hopefully it'll be a
not.
great school year and y'all will enjoy it. The kids will have fun.
We gonna be
No,
home.
honey, she is a
We
Karen
gonna be
today, honey.
home.
Callie is a Karen today, Latoya, okay?
Oh.
All right, all right.
It's a Linda according to my 12-year-old.
But yeah, we like to change it. What were you saying, Joy?
We gonna be home before October.
Oh, I think so.
No.
It's bound to happen. You can't be at this rate and have so much debate still about wearing masks and all that stuff, and not think we're
Is,
not going to be home. It's insane.
is it
Actually,
mandatory for you all?
Yeah.
yes, it
Oh, it
was.
is?
Not. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Here it's not.
we're in a Republican state, but
We are too, but
Y'all
here it's
you
not.
don't have to wear them there.
No. It's your choice at school and everything.
now they don't. They've been fighting St. Louis County about wearing them, like in businesses and stuff. St. Louis City, they actually have a mask mandate.
Right.
So I work in the city, so I knew that wasn't gonna be a problem. But I was concerned about my daughter's them district, but they all voted. I knew that they had to. They still having board members virtually. How you gonna have board members
I
virtually
know, right?
and then say kids don't have to wear a mask?
So,
Yeah.
honey, here is your choice, your discretion,
Wow.
and that's
That's
how it is in
scary.
Tennessee, honey. You know, in Tennessee, they don't care about us. But anyway, so, let's see what you're saying. Is and mandatory where you are too. So,
What state is she in? They sued the mayor for making it. What state are you in,
they tried to
Latoria?
sue our mayor for
Is that
because we tried
Texas?
to do mandatory. The governor actually, and that he had to say no. They had to take it back because they were gonna sue him.
Hmm.
Where you at,
That's
Latoria?
crazy.
Yeah, they.
We're gonna look back on this time and be ashamed of the behavior. Like
Oh,
for
honey, they
real.
had
Like this
fights and
this should
everything.
not still be going on in this age. I mean, even when they South Carolina, when they had the this pandemic 100 years ago, it only lasted for 2 years. We're literally coming on 2 years. Like the beginning, they thought it ended. They had this big surge again, and but the whole thing from beginning to end was 2 years.
Well, honey, this gonna be forever, indefinite,
Yeah.
infinity and beyond, honey. Buzz Lightyear, because this ain't ending. But so what we got? What y'all want to start with, y'all? Because it's so much.
Oh, let's
Um.
Do we want to get into
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills automatically?
Yes.
Woo! All right. So, Callie, you gonna change your name to Erica Jane, and you gonna stay Callie? Beverly
No.
Hills.
I mean, there's been a lot of new things that have come to light.
Uh-huh.
hmm And so I can't claim the Erica name, but I can still support her because, she is not the attorney that committed the crimes. And I'll just kind of stick with
Okay.
Have you all been listening to the attorney? I guess he's working for the victims.
No, he's not working for anyone. He's an unemployed attorney. And
No,
why
they
every other
hired him
attorney is
finally,
stepping
Kelly.
off?
He's hired by the trustee's office.
When did they
That's
And
what I
hire
they
him?
hired
thought.
him.
Yeah.
No,
When
he
they
got
hired him?
hired. At first, he
Yesterday
was
morning?
just Richard. At
Yeah.
They
first,
hired him
he was
yesterday morning?
just doing it on his own. But then they end up hiring this man. Like, he's getting paid now.
So he just got hired like recently, like
Yeah,
within
he's
the
got
past
hired
hour?
here.
Well, I know he's hired because he said that he was going to depose Lisa
Yeah,
Rinna.
he's on
Flat
depose
out.
old Lisa.
Well, the
Yeah,
lady
he's
Because
that was
hired now.
talking to him,
he
said
said that the difference between everybody else is that Lisa speaks in definitive terms.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives him the impression that, and I know that he was hired because he said he was the one that secured the footage. Remember the footage that we were talking
Yep,
about?
that was the letter we showed.
He
Yeah.
specifically said that he has secured that footage. He wanted the unedited versions, and he said that he was going to depose Erica Rinna because she talks in definitive terms, which gives him the impression that she knows something. How do you know these things? And when he was talking, all I kept thinking about is Sutton, because this is what Sutton didn't want.
Yeah.
She just didn't want, like, who wants to sit? Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you put me in I think them rooms are 9 by 9, they ask me some questions, try to offer me a coke, I'm telling everything you told me. I don't
Amen.
care if it was you stole gum in the 3rd grade out of Miss Bubba's shop. I'm telling.
Yeah, I said, honey, Sutton tried to told them, and they weren't listening. But it's too late now. It wasn't just about her reputation. It was also her just talking to her lawyer and them telling her, you can be involved in this if you stay in this.
And
So
it's
be
not just
smart.
be involved, because they were kind of being disingenuous. It was conversations that they don't necessarily know about. When you give people the impression on the TV that you have this best friend relationship, it's kind of normal to go to your closest friend. Something happened. And look, he made it clear that Erica had no criminal involvement. And he even said that he doubts seriously that Tom will ever have any criminal
It won't be, yeah.
consequences.
It'll be
I listened to that whole podcast.
How can Tom not have criminal charges?
Because he said the way that Tom has set up things. These lawyers are stupid. Tom has an executor, for one, and the way that he structured himself and his businesses to a point where he is almost untouchable. He didn't say that it wasn't, but he said he doubted seriously if he would see any criminal consequences. But he said what he can do is try to recoup that money.
Yeah, it's gonna be civil claims.
So this is because he's a civil attorney anyway.
Yeah,
he's not a criminal attorney.
So Tom probably ain't gonna go to. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't think.
What did that say? I didn't even get a chance to.
Oh, I'm sorry. The show, what she said on the show is going to bite her. Yeah. It really is. And also her book, because even in her book, she claims that Tom told her so much so she could be a lawyer because he said it. And then she talks about, which I don't know if you can read this, but in this, she talks about how she was the reason she named it EJ Global. And Tom was impressed, and she said that if she's going to be anything, she's going to be global. So she cannot say, I don't know anything about this LLC, when she named it and everything. She can say she didn't know, but she's responsible.
And he said she has to sign those tax returns every year.
Yeah.
Even if you want to claim that it's a blind one, it ain't been blind all that time. You don't never look at the final number. Like, it's on that page.
Yeah.
Where you sign your tax returns, there's a final number. And you never, it's on the same.
I just don't understand your final number. Yeah,
right. The AGI is your final number. The AGI isn't always your real number. The
Yeah,
AGI number could be lower
it's
than your
deductibles and
your actual number.
numbers. Yeah, it can
I
be.
just don't understand. Like I said, if somebody handed me the tax papers that I actually do, I probably wouldn't. I couldn't explain it to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm just punching in numbers and asking questions on my system.
Mhm.
So I'm not expecting her to be any different, especially with a powerful husband. She probably gets her salary and never sees her check. There's certain things that I do believe happen. The problem is it appears to be that she's funneling money in a way. That's what it seems like. And it does seem like she's playing into this, oh, it was 4 years ago where his mental state is declining. It gives that impression.
But no, it was longer than 4 years, right? It's been what, 10 plus years?
10 years ago is when the explosion thing happened.
Yeah.
Now he's done several things since then, because it wasn't just that. It was the gas leak thing. It was the ladies with the mesh. It was the cancer. It was the airplane.
The airplane.
He's been doing this consistently. And it's no telling how many others and other things that he's done. Just think about the lady who got that mesh. She said that she never saw a dime. Right. What happened with? Yeah, she said and that was her second case, because her son was one of the boys that was involved with the leak. But the son just died.
So what now, Latoya? So did she say 4 years? I know she said 3.
Yeah, she had said 3. Then it was 3.5. Now it's 4. She right.
Erica.
You remember 3 years ago, that was just at the lake.
Yeah.
In November or in October.
So, right here, I don't understand. I mean, I went at the table when they all were talking. Well, and everybody was trying to act like they didn't say nothing. Why do you think that they changed how they felt or what they wanted to say?
Because they're scared of her. They're scared of her in some way. And Dorit's a little wimpy person. It is. She wants to call Garcelle out and talk all tough to Garcelle, but she don't really want to, go at it with Erica. She wants to still appear to be her friend in case something good comes out of it, which I don't know. At this point,
Garcelle?
Dorit. She wants to say Erica's friend. Erica was so mean to Dorit and PK. I just don't understand how. I didn't watch for a while, but she was so mean to them to the point that I don't understand
how. Mean to her too. It was equal.
But what I'm saying is how they became such this force 5 fox or whatever they call themselves. How did they all become these mean girl friends? Like, what formed this alliance?
They said that I didn't watch it then, but they said it was something about Vanderpump and a dog.
Yeah, it was Puppygate.
Okay, well, whatever that was, they said because all of them had formed together, it seemed like to oust. Yeah, her.
But they took her down, and now see what happened. They should have kept her so they could blame stuff on her. Now it's going to them. You know what I mean? You want to get rid of the person who's the most popular. Andy told her she was the queen of the Beverly Hills, called her the president, had her on by herself like he did with Nene. He kind of messes with them too.
I think.
And then they get jealous.
Yeah, and then because I think that's what's going on between Karen and Gizelle.
Yeah,
Karen hates the fact that Gizelle is the face of that franchise,
and she wants it.
So irritates her. But what was I finna say about? Somebody has sent a video. And it was of Erica Jane, and I can't remember Elaine. That was
when she went off on her.
Yeah, when
girl, she was possessed. I'm telling y'all.
And the matter of fact thing, it was crazy because you know how ladies sit around the table, and Elaine, she was on. She used to be Ashley on The Young and the Restless.
Yeah,
that's what I was watching. I almost said Ashley.
Right.
But anyway, she was talking and. 2 girls, I think, were going at it. I think it was Dorit and Erica. Yeah. And Elaine was trying to diffuse, and she was like, "Yeah, I get that, but it wasn't as serious. It's not like she killed your kid or something." Mm-hmm. And Erica, girl, you thought she was like, "Don't you go there?" And she was like, "What?" She was like, "Because that could really happen. My son is a off
I
a
remember
police
that.
officer. She said,
Yeah.
"Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just
Like
that's
that.
a figure of speech. Like that's the worst thing that can happen." And then she kind of went on. Everybody went on. Dorit said something, and then she said, "As an Air Force so and so," I was like, "This girl, that's it."
Yeah, she
Yes,
would look at
Blair.
she
Yeah.
looks possessed.
It was so fake. It was almost like it was rehearsed. It
I
was so weird.
see, but she goes
I
off.
think
She
that's the
went
way
off
that
on
Tom
Dorit
talks to
again
her.
because Dorit told her that she gets selective amnesia. Honey, you gotta watch that clip. She lost. Everybody was so uncomfortable. They ended the dinner and left. Teddy was crying. Everybody. She might have said to Teddy actually.
Well, Teddy
So
always
how did
cries.
they all become such good friends? Because Eric, I think they scared of her. They like we gotta be friends with her because we scared of her.
I
You know how you
believe that. I
yeah, you
believe that.
become friends with the bully. That's what they did. Cause
So with
she
getting back to the whole Erica Jane thing, I know y'all think I'm being pretty quiet, and it's only because y'all was talking. So
Here, get a little
here's what
closer. Get a
I
little closer.
huh? Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Okay.
talk up a little bit.
I don't think I should probably put on my earplug. Let me find. I don't think that
Perfect.
Erica is innocent, right? But what I do think is that that Ronald lawyer, but we're putting a whole lot of weight on her while letting all these other people off as if nothing else mattered. And this is a little bit of what we were going back and forth in message about last night, Montique. So, like the attorney that left 10 years ago,
Yeah,
he
uh-huh.
left because his wife said, something's not right. Right.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
how do you just up and leave? Don't you have some kind of fiduciary responsibility to see what's going on and do something about it? So a lot of people thought something was going on, so they left because they didn't want to be a part of it. Yet we expect Erica Jane to have been the one to do something about it.
I don't think that
No, I
that's what
don't think that.
people. I still don't think that people, the average person, like for real,
Mm-mm.
take the emotion out of it. Accuses her of knowing about his dealings 10 years ago.
Okay,
I personally don't think she
No.
knew anything
so
until
then let's
those lawsuits start coming in her name.
So
I
then
don't think that
let's
there was ever a
go back.
reason for her to ever even think. I wouldn't have thought. My husband go to work every day.
Right.
He brings
So
home
let's
a
step away
paycheck
from
every
her
day.
then.
If I'm
Get
able
back
to,
to the other people that walked away. Let's step
Kelly,
away
put
from
your
her
earphones on because we can't
and
really
get
hear
back
you.
to the other people that walked away from it, though. She didn't walk away. She's the wife. She's there. She's in trouble. We know it.
Right.
What about the attorney that was in it and walked away because they thought something was wrong? What about
Well,
the son-in-law that recently left because he thought something was wrong? How
because
did the people
I
that were
I
part of
think
the
I
firm?
get where you're coming from
yeah,
because I do think that as an
here's the answer.
attorney, they knew something. They knew more than something
How do
was
you know
wrong.
that, T and honey?
It was
They
something
did.
unethical going on,
Yeah.
and that they didn't want to get caught up in. Maybe they caught part win of it, or no, or whole, or they found out about it all.
Look
I understand what
oh,
you're
you're crazy,
saying,
y'all.
but I don't think that they're holding Erica to the to that same standard of she should have known. I think it's more about this money funneling. That's what I
Right.
don't want to get confused with. I don't
But
think she
they're
had
not holding
anything
anybody
to
else
do with.
anything else.
But those lawyers should be interviewed strongly. You're correct.
Yeah, they should be.
Because it could, if you realized that something was unethical, you should have done something,
Yeah,
even
I
if you
think
didn't
so
know
too, yeah.
what.
I agree.
I agree with that. I think they should have done something. I think as a lawyer, you do have an ethical responsibility to do something. So, I mean, maybe we don't know. Hopefully, they will depose them as well. And maybe he could say, and I probably, if I was a lawyer, which I'm not, I would say I couldn't find the proof. But to clear my conscience, like Erica should have done, to clear her conscience and protect myself, I moved away from it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I stepped away from it. I didn't want anything from
And
them. I didn't take no money from
I
them.
was just going to say,
Yeah, I did. I just left. And if the lawyer can say that, then they're probably going to be okay. But she wants the gifts. She still wants to keep the money.
and
She
that's
wants money
really the
before the
issue.
victims. That's the issue.
Yeah, because even the lawyers, the son-in-law, whoever left, they didn't take no stuff with them.
Yeah.
They left.
How do you
And
know they didn't take
the
something away
issue
from
that I have with Erica is that she wants to take, because this is the reality, she still wants to benefit off the fact that he stole this money.
How
At
do
this
you know
point,
they didn't take anything with
you
them?
don't know, and that's not for her to try to figure out. When he claims right now he ain't got no money,
Right.
so the
It's
only
not for
thing
her
that
to
they
figure
could
out.
take is stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
for
they
her
gotta
to
take
figure
her
out.
stuff.
They gotta take stuff. The money is gone. That's just the whole point. If
Do
the
you
money
think
is
the
gone,
money's gone?
you want him to take all the fall, which he should, but you can't benefit from it. So that means, unfortunately, the stuff that you bought with other people's money or possibly other people's money, at this point, the reality is, if you marry, your monies are intertwined. That's
Yeah.
the reason why she's trying to divorce him at this point. Because
I mean,
if she
this
was
is her
really
overflow
smart,
closet.
she should have. If she really if she was smart, she should have divorced him last year.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have been an issue. You can't wait when everything's about to hit the fan. Now you want to divorce him.
We know they didn't take nothing because it's online. Girl, they selling it everything online.
Well, I'm thinking the stuff that they had, because somebody, okay, so I sent you all the email of them selling time stuff in a law firm.
Yes.
But they had, like, a couple of days later, they had one for Erica Kane. The stuff that they had was junk.
It was so junky. I need to show you all the Erica stuff.
It wasn't
like her album covers.
Yeah.
Like a poster of her.
Yeah. It was junk. It wasn't like, because I saw somebody that had posted somebody, she had did something on Twitter, and somebody had did something about the auction off her things, her memorabilia. And somebody was trying to insinuate that she was helping them, and one of the things that she was doing was auctioning off her stuff. Somebody tweeted about it, and Erica responded saying that she had no control over what they auctioned. And all I kept thinking is everything that was probably left in any house.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at those things, like, they had them in piles. Some of them was like old dance shoes.
It was
junk. It was literally junk.
Him, like paintings of him. Who wants a painting of him?
Like, yeah, that was stuff that she left. So whatever they raised is whatever they raised, but it was junk. It wasn't no Gucci, nothing. No Chanel, nothing. No Chanel, nothing. No, nothing. It was nothing that you would be like, ooh, I wonder how much that went for.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm nosy. And when I didn't go back to see what was sold and what was left, that's when you know it was junk. Because I didn't even care. Like, nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it because it was all junk. It was like this. It was some Aaron Brockovich stuff.
Yeah. It was an autograph, but that was at the law firm.
Yeah, like who?
That was stuff at the law firm, because they sold in the law firm. They sold everything from a gavel to a paperweight to a envelope opener. They sold everything. They sold light fixtures and doorknobs, and I was like, "Who on there? That's some pettiness." And they sold them.
You know, Erica went.
Did they really? She said they went for $20. Right.
No.
She had a whole bunch of tennis shoes. They got real stuff here. Of course. They can't touch her current stuff. And that's what because she's protecting whatever.
I just don't know how you can spend $20 million. Oh, was it overtime? Because I know you sent something, and it was so little I didn't even try.
Yeah, it was overtime.
It was overtime.
Her American Express was attached to
$14 million on American Express. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then something to some kind of dance studio. I'm like, they didn't teach her how to dance right.
Dance studio. It was $1 million to a couple of firms.
Yeah,
to represent her, her makeup teams, and all kinds of stuff. Like I don't know. When it all boils down, and then that guy said, when it all boils down, she's still responsible.
He's gonna have to pay that back
because he said that they don't expect all of it, but she signed it as a loan.
Mm-hmm. She signed it as a loan to EJ Global.
So it has to be paid back. And that's what she's trying to, at this point, fight her liability of how
He
much.
said that LLC ain't protecting her though.
Yeah. Well, that's because you can't claim that it's yours and then in the same breath say you don't even know what it is. If I never just keep it away from you, she's not gonna be able to disassociate herself from it. That's
Latoya, you don't think Erica thinks Tom did this stuff? I'll see. I believe she thinks he does, and maybe it took her a while. I think she does now believe that he's guilty as heck. I don't
I
know.
hope so. She
I
did on the
mean,
show say that though, Latoya, that if he is guilty, because Garcelle was like, F Tom. If
yeah.
he's done these things, my family's been through this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Fighting someone for money when they're a victim. So if he's done these things, F Tom. And Garcelle was even like, I don't understand why Erica's not angry with Tom. And maybe she is, but I think she's still putting on this facade like she's this tough woman. I don't
she
know why
keeps
she
trying to protect him.
yeah,
She defends him every time she explains of his dementia or his mind, or whatever, or he has the whatever of Alzheimer's or whatever. Whenever she insinuates that, she's protecting him, she's covering him. Remember,
yeah.
I talked about covering
She's a
wives.
covering wife, honey. She
She's
ain't
a
Melody Holt, is
covering
she?
wife.
Oh
Even
my
while
God.
she's leaving him, I'd be
Not the
throwing that
covering
dude so
wife.
far up under the bus.
She
She's
is
a
a covering
covering.
wife.
I
I
would
wouldn't be
throw him
covering
up
him.
underneath the bus. I'd
Because
be like,
when
damn,
she made up
she
that
could have
little lie
left
about
me
the red trying to help him
guilty.
out. Talking about he had a head injury, he was unconscious for
She
12
keeps
hours.
covering him.
That was trying to cover him for real, and it was like so bad. So I don't. Do you think that I know she should have been on the show because she needs the money, and she's gonna be at the reunion because she needs the money. You don't get your second half into the reunion, but why didn't she do a Teresa of I'm not talking?
I have no idea. I have been asking that week after
Cause
week
she
after
need the
week.
money.
But
But
Teresa
Teresa
was able to. I don't know if y'all watched. Did any of y'all watch New Jersey that season?
I did. I watched the reunion and I saw the clip. She did every
It
time.
it was an explosive two-parter of Teresa going over Jacqueline's house, not that Jacqueline is there, the old Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a big powwow, and the People magazine, I think it was some kind of rag magazine that went in detail, and most of the things end up being true, by the way. Later, we didn't even know it even when we were watching it, and basically laid out the crimes that they were committed of how they, because theirs was based around a bankruptcy too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And a whole bunch of crap. And they had this big powwow in the back, and Teresa kept saying, stutter, I can't talk about it. And she kept going to that. And Jackie was saying, they're saying you're going to jail. I'm not going to jail. And, she was so frustrated because, she wanted to defend herself, but couldn't.
Right.
And it ended with Caroline coming in. It was like a big dramatic whatever bomb. And I don't know why. And my point is, Teresa survived it. She survived it to the point where they didn't even film the next year. That was an entire year that Teresa was in prison. For a whole year.
Yeah.
The last day that they filmed was the day that she went to prison.
But we can't compare.
Yeah,
can't compare.
I know. You're correct. All I'm saying is Erica could have survived this without giving details. She could have went on and on and on about how she couldn't talk. People would have gossiped about it. We would still be talking about it. But the reality is, I could respect why she wouldn't talk about it. She has hurt herself more than she has helped herself.
Yes. I mean, because sometimes, and I will say at the dinner that they had when she was answering those questions, I believe some of the stuff she said. Mm-hmm. But she has, I don't know, it's hard to believe because even Dorit was like, everything that we've known about Erica has been a lie. Like everything she has presented to us has been a lie. And if you are her friends, even if Lisa Rinna, if she would have told Lisa about the accident, or if she would have told somebody about something, but she has no one to back up what she's saying because she told Not even her mama
Nobody.
or her son, who's an officer.
And they're saying
Nobody.
that the county don't even have. And my thing is, didn't he break something
He broke his
like a
clavicle, his
shoulder?
neck. He rolled down a cliff. He broke his heel, his foot. He didn't go to occupational therapy. Like,
That
but like
don't
I
even
told people,
like you.
Monique Samuels didn't say when she had her wreck either, so that he could have not told.
No,
when
but
she had,
having your wreck is one thing. She claimed that he broke a bone.
he broke a lot of bones.
But my point is that should be documented. Even if it healed, you can do an X-ray and tell that a person broke a leg when they were a child.
Yeah.
And it was repaired. So if she claimed he broke his shoulder or whatever, that could be verified. They could even give you approximately how old it was. Time is stronger than the teenager.
Right, because honey, I'm telling you, if we found that, if I found that right now, I'm gonna be like hurt.
Latoria.
I'm gonna need some occupational therapy, okay? He done rolled down a cliff out the car, and he is not going, and was unconscious for 12 hours, and did not have to go to the occupational therapist. But so what else do I have? Okay, so why do you think Elisa Rinna is so faithful to Erica?
Because she gave her some money to put out that lip line she's been trying to put out for 15 years to explain why she has the Kylie Jenner lips and never made any money off of it. Erica Kane is now helping her do it.
So Erica, because Erica sent that lip stuff to Gizelle and Karen. I told them, y'all in danger, girl. Don't put that on y'all lips. Mm-hmm. You in danger. I guess Erica's okay. So, and even with their car wreck, which I don't know why I keep talking about, but she said he was unconscious. Then she said he called her. Then she said he found him. And I'm just sitting here like, who did she get him at the car? I don't know. But he fell off the cliff.
He was on a property.
On the switchback at the cliff. That's all I know. In this situation, do you think it was?
I thought he was around the corner, a few miles away, down the hill over by the White Castle.
Yeah, that's where it was, around the corner. So do you think that that they were justified for seeking an attorney? Like, should Erica? Because she was like, "Are you all that afraid of me? Would you be like that? Do you think that she should have been so shocked that they seek legal advice?"
Well, first of all, she wasn't shocked because we know Lisa Rinna told her.
Yeah, she told.
She did play good. She played like a good little shocked actress.
Yes, she did.
But I am not a fan of Sutton, although she has forced me to become a fan after this last couple. Yeah, I mean, they had every right to go. I mean, we're talking about a lot of money here and a lot of really serious allegations. They had every right to go seek legal counsel, even if it's just a conversation. Do I need not to talk to her?
Yeah.
So I think
that's what, and she's talking.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, nobody else, although there was speculation with the whole Teresa thing, nobody expecting, nobody else, when there's gossip around, you don't expect to be, they don't have anything to do with me. But because Erica is talking is the problem.
Yes, because she's talking.
You talking will possibly involve me now being deposed.
I said this moment right here was when Sutton earned her diamond. Because when she pulled out them notes and she started reading stuff off, Rinna was like, "Oh shoot, I can't even change the narrative like we normally do because she done got proof." Okay.
They said that's what made her. They said when they realized later she was actually hired as friend of the show.
Yeah.
And that because of this and the other stuff with Crystal, they end up giving her a diamond.
Yeah, she earned that thing right that day. She was like, "No, y'all ain't finna do this." What did y'all think about Teddy being there?
Why was she there? What
Garcelle said she was like a gnat.
You know what? You know what?
I was like, why is Teddy even here? Did she add anything to the show?
She basically, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice that she was there the first time. I just watched it again earlier today. I said, "Oh, there she is."
Why is Teddy
basically, she just co-signed it, which I get what they're saying. It really shouldn't have been a conversation. It wouldn't have been if she didn't. But even Teddy's comment was, I would ask you a question. If you say you didn't do it, you didn't. If you said you did, I have to deal with it. Once she said she didn't, that should have been it.
She should have been done talking. Correct. I
Right.
do agree with
And
that.
Teddy was saying we just need to support her in that and just leave it alone. And that's if it had ended there, this wouldn't have been an issue. It's because she's doing too much talking and telling two things on camera. Now you make it seem like it's almost something that she's trying to hide, considering that she said some things on camera and off and don't want it said, like the
Yeah.
whole he calls me every day. Don't repeat that though.
Right. I
So now, like, why would that even be a problem? I mean, that's the honest question. I would like to ask that question, you all. Why would it be a problem if he called her?
Who? Tom?
Because because she would then have to change her story. She wants to be able to stick with, I don't talk to Tom. I haven't talked to him since I moved out. Now, if she has to go and explain, well, yeah, we are talking. So what are you talking about? And how is that going to affect anything Tom has told us?
But why would she
It might be
verbally say
different.
that part out loud, though?
Because she's trying to have something to get a paycheck for.
He does need a new PR team. I don't think Eric. What about Kathy, honey? When she said,
It's
I
good
feel bad
practice.
we're asking all these questions, and Kathy like, well, it's good practice because, honey, when she get on the stand, she gonna have to answer these questions. Honey, she is like the best thing on this show. Do you
Well,
think?
I do think though that the rich of rich for real are so surface.
Where
They-
you get love from, Latoya?
They would never have these conversations in real life.
Oh
Do you
no,
all
Yeah.
think? I just don't think so.
no.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
They would have had the most awkward dinner ever.
You don't think she loves Tom, Callie?
No,
Really?
no. I think she probably loved him when they first got married. She loved him when he gave her some money to go and do her Erica thing.
Right.
But then her star became a little bit brighter than his. He started showing how he really felt, and it wasn't as supportive as she thinks.
He was already a star when
He
she
should be.
met him. He did
I know.
the Aaron Brockovich stuff in the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know that. I know that. But I'm glad that you said that, because remember when we used to say that when we first started talking about the case, and we was like, she came into this $1 million lifestyle.
She
fit
did.
right in. She didn't have to do a whole lot of stuff.
She
So, but
did.
it was initially said that she came into it as if she was the reason that Tom was now doing all this illegal stuff. She came into
Oh,
it already set
Oh,
up.
yeah, I agree. I don't think so.
It's been a few weeks, so I don't know the exact words. This is when we first started talking about it. It's no big deal.
Oh, I
No,
don't.
I think she came in. I think she came into it, but I do think that over time
Probably.
things were diminishing,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
couldn't keep up with her. I mean,
It's expensive to be her.
I think that she
Yeah.
and and I think that he probably loved her in some possession kind of way because he wanted her to be happy. Men don't steal money from people to fund their wives' lifestyle and not care.
Yeah.
Well, unless he just wanted to get rid of her so he could go and take care of the girlfriend who sent the text message and the pictures of her laying on the bed. How much
Girl,
money does
be more
she
believable.
have?
Who the
How much
the
money does she
girlfriend
have?
probably. She might got something.
Considering that don't nobody have nothing on this girl, they ain't did no expose on her or something. I don't know if I believe the girlfriend story.
Even though there was a picture of somebody?
Yeah,
What was the picture? Tell me about that, because
it
I
was
don't.
a picture of her sitting on the bed. She looked like in the 1980s. That is not no. All I kept thinking is, who did she tweet that? Who did she send that picture to?
Somebody
Put
said
it-
they
Sitting on
felt
the
like
bed
those-
with her
those
feet
texts were
crossed
fake.
at the ankles, sitting on her stomach like she 12, writing in her
No, some of
diary.
these pictures.
Right in her diary. I never saw them. I only heard about them. Yeah. I
Y'all
don't know.
didn't see her. I saw she did. She sitting on the bed with her ankles up like she
Shut up,
12,
girl.
writing in her diary. Fully clothed. I was like, what? Who says they mad at me?
She wished all of this was over.
Yeah,
and her
I
and
think that's
him will be
fake.
together. Yeah, I don't believe that. I mean, I'm sure she said that. I don't believe she wants to be anywhere near that man. I really
You
don't.
don't think she loves him anymore?
I
No.
think she loves him very much. That's why
I
she's still
think she
protecting.
loves him.
Because she's still protecting him.
Mm-mm.
They gonna be sneaking as soon as this
Yeah,
divorce is clear.
yeah.
she gonna be holding his hand like she
This
said.
divorce ain't real, Kelly. No,
Mm-mm.
she loves him. This
Yeah,
divorce
what is
ain't
there to
real.
love about him though? What is there to love? He set her up. He set her up. He put that money,
How?
20 plus, he put 20 plus $1 million into her account. She even said on the show, which I understand that a lot of people think this was a lie, but she even said on the show when Sutton said, "So you don't have access to see what's in your book?" He had access to all that. And she said, "Yeah, that's true. I don't have access to any of that." He set her up. I
What?
believe that everything that he was doing, just like he had lawyers in his pocket, he had police officers and judges. Everybody was in his back pocket. He could get them people to do anything. That's why people left his firm without them even trying to look into what was wrong. Because too many
I
people
agree
was
with
in
all
support
of
of
that
that.
until those. I agree with that, but until those lawsuits start coming in her name, she was the one. You don't think she put it like this, Callie? When she was deposed and was supposed to speak, and I wonder if memory serves, I could be off by a couple of days, but I'm not. She was supposed to speak to the police on March the 20th
Yeah.
of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
They had finally got her down because they had been moving dates around and they finally got a date down, which was March the 20th. So that means that her lawyer was in negotiation. They got a date. You don't think she was being prepared for that in March of 2020?
I believe that, yes, she was. Now, how much preparedness are you going to have knowing that whoever it is talking to you was, Tom's been paying their mortgage for the past 20 years?
But my point is, at
So
that
what?
point,
I'm not going to rush to go talk to somebody that is working, that Tom is
I hear
paying.
what you're saying, but they had to tell her something. You don't just say you talking to the police for what? About what? You gonna talk to the police? What am I supposed to? What do they want to? Why are they asking me? They're the
Not. I
lawyers
mean,
had to prepare her on what, because it was okay for her not to know things genuinely.
You can
yeah.
get it out, Monty.
The lawyers wasn't gonna fill her in on any informations, but what the lawyers would have done was they would have given her some kind of role. They want to talk to you about your LLC. They want to talk about this 25 million, because remember, she was
Mm-hmm.
implicated in these lawsuits because Tom had claimed he didn't have any money. And when they did a forensic investigation, they found out that he had given his wife 25 million. That was the only reason why her name has ever
That was
been on
in
a
it.
lawsuit. That is it. No other reason.
I
It's
mean, I
because of
understand
that 25 million.
that she was
So she
possibly.
knew.
Yeah, she knew, and I
And if
understand
she
she
had
was possibly a
filed,
battered person, but she's not this so weak that she cannot go in and try to defend herself. Even if she had to find counsel in Chicago, because they going after him. So she know people in Chicago ain't scared of Tom. She ain't got to get a LA lawyer. She ain't got to get a California lawyer. She could have protected herself. She's not that dumb. She has lived the life that we have, where we had to. I ain't stripped, but I might would have if I needed to. So she lived the life of knowing how to take care of herself. She's not a little fragile rose. Like, she can't play that part now. She just can't. And
and
I
I
don't.
think, and I think, had this been a situation, if she had even filed for divorce back in March or April,
Yeah, right.
even if it had not even hit the dockets because of COVID, because
Yeah,
that could happen. Think about Melanie and Martell. She literally filed for a divorce in the middle of a pandemic, and it when it came up, it came up. But she did the same thing. I want to say she didn't file until May. It was either April or May, because remember, Mother's Day was the issue.
yeah.
It's when he told her that he had a baby on the way. So she
Mm-hmm.
filed a week or so later.
I mean, she
So
could have filed for divorce.
yes,
Ignorance is not an
and I
excuse of
think,
the law. You
and
can't
I
say I'm
think
ignorant, so I don't know.
if she had filed
Well,
then,
you can. It
even
doesn't
if it
matter.
didn't hit the docket until August or September, if she had filed then, she could at least say, I don't want no association with this guy.
I
He
told
was
you.
involved with some things that were unscrupulous. I didn't
If
want to be
I be like, I
attached to
couldn't
that.
sleep at night knowing that
Right.
my man that I love did this. I'm gonna be like, Tina. I'm gonna
Even
take my
even
name.
if
I'm
he
gonna be
was
Erica
having
Kane,
dementia.
and I'm down.
Yes.
I'm
I
down.
don't understand it. That's really my biggest issue. Timing is everything, and she shouldn't have. It seems like she left right before they knew that they could no longer contain this story. Because you have to remember that there has been somebody that's been investigating this, I could guarantee you, for 10 years.
Yeah.
They can't get no press. They couldn't get in, I know for at least 5.
They can't get no
yeah.
press because of Tom and his power.
Yeah,
and
because he was so powerful.
Because they was in Chicago. The plane.
Okay, so there's my point.
Yeah.
There's my point. So yeah, they've
That's why
been trying to
they
get
should
something out there for 10 years and they haven't been successful because of Tom and his power. So what makes you think Erica is so much above Tom and his power?
Because it's, to me, it's about time. It was a fat whole bunch of things, but it's really the timing. She left him right before this hit the fan. She didn't do this in, even if we're trying to say, which I don't believe, that she didn't know anything until February of 2020. But I would even give her that. Let's say that she knew something was fishy, but she didn't find out until she had to sit down about these depositions. That would be the longest stretch for me. She had to know then, because they had to tell her something.
She knew.
Even if they didn't tell her, all of Tom's shadiness, they had to tell her this is because of $25 million. And the next question should have been, what $25 million?
Right. That's what, yeah. What $25
million? He gave my LLC. That should have been the next question.
I think you're talking about Pat the Puss. You know how she pat the puss all the time? Is that what you're talking about, Latoya? She patting the puss. She know how to pat the puss and make some money. That's what I'm saying. Erica gonna be okay. Even Garcelle was like, look, I ain't worried about you. She said, I'm worried about the victims. And Erica even was like, yeah, I agree. So if you agree with that, why do you want the money before them, honey? Like, I don't
That's understand. What that lawyer said, too. He said that I hope she was honest on that, because he watching every tweet, every like. If whoever this lawyer is got a thing for her.
Yeah, her and Rinna. He don't like Rinna either.
Yeah, because he flat out said.
Well, and all I can say is everybody should really be a little cautious about whoever this lawyer is, just like they should have been about Tom, because Tom seemed just as great.
Why are we going to defame this lawyer's character? What is he doing?
Well, can you just think about that for 2 seconds? Why did these people select Tom as the attorney? Because they thought he was the bomb.com. And now we know that he's not. So all I said was, so whoever's hiring this guy, just keep it at the top of your mind. Y'all think he's perfect. Make sure he's not about to do the same thing that was done to them on a different level by the other attorney that they thought was so Superman. That's all I'm saying.
So we're going to associate a crime with this guy because Tom is perfect?
Don't do that.
Are we associating a crime with Erica Jane because Tom did a crime?
She got
nobody's accusing her.
That's her crime.
The only crime that people are accusing her for at this point are like civil crimes. Okay, and that is because I think money funneling would be
when they picked Tom, they didn't know of a crime.
Of course not.
So my point is, I'm not saying anything negative about the new guy. All I said was just be cautious of the attorneys that we picking, because when he picked Tom, they thought he was the best thing since apple pie. They never expected that this man would say, here's your settlement. Let me take it over here to the boat and gamble with it. And they thought that was the best thing in the world. So that's all I said. It wasn't really a negative comment. Simply just be cautious of what we think is so good.
Yeah, they do.
I didn't say whether or not he was good or not, because I have no idea. All I did was I was bored and had to go pick up my groceries. So I sat in the car and listened to his vlog the other day.
Yeah, he is after Erica. I mean, like, I don't know what she did to him or what Tom did to him. But I think what happened was Erica tried to get him off the case. And after that, he was like, I'm going after you now. Like, she should have left him alone.
She tried to put a gag order on him, too, because, he tell all her business in court. When they leave court, she tell all, because I started looking at his Twitter feed. He got I don't even know how to say this properly, but let me just say it this. He got a fixation with her.
But that don't sound shady to y'all.
No, because
No, because
that's his job.
everything that he's doing is 100% for victims.
So let me say
I just
this.
think about it like this. It could be personal for him. Just think, Giselle, I'm sorry, not Giselle,
Garcelle.
Marcel, and her situation with her sister. If she had went after him with a bone like that, it's personal. You don't know. Lawyers should not be unethical. People trust lawyers. People, especially when there's some kind of something involved, and all of these are personal injuries. These are actual physical wounds that all of these people had. If it wasn't cancer, it was a burn or those meshes and whatever it was, or death. These are
be cautious.
Yes,
you are really eager to go at Erica Kane. I don't know. You know what that makes me think of? Well, of course, it made me think of when they first picked Tom. But you know who else that makes me think of?
Who?
Michael Lavenante. Remember him?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he came in and everybody thought that's my point.
Who is he?
That's my point.
He
came in. He was Stormy Daniels' attorney. He was going to get President Trump.
Oh,
he came in. He rolled President Trump like, hey, we are going to get him.
He was on every news channel.
He tweeted everything. He said up and down. He went in on Donald Trump like he was insane. Next thing you know, they arrested him.
For what, girl?
Because of Nike. He threatened him. He got a little bit
too big for his britches.
He threatened him. Basically, he was blackmailing him. He was like, if you don't do, it was a situation where and it's crazy because lawyers, I forgot what it's called.
Ooh,
the lawyers can do that. Lawyers can threaten them.
Yeah, you see that. Joy, you see Latoya. You know what? You know what?
But
so anyway, Latoya, right? So just keep that in mind as these lawyers that are really stuck on getting one person so bad. Michael Lavenante, the Richard guy. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just be careful.
His situation was funny because if he had just used one word different, he wouldn't be in jail. But because the way that a lawyer can threaten you. Like you can say something, I can send a cease and desist and say, if you don't stop, this is the consequence. That's not blackmail. I'm telling you, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, he made the comment to Nike. It was like, if you don't do this, I will release this.
Oh,
so it was more of a threat.
That was kind of a threat. Bribery.
So it was I can't remember exactly what he said, but somebody said, had he just flipped one or two verbs in his ride, what he would have done wouldn't have even been illegal.
Well, he should know better.
But he was so cocky. He had gotten so in charge and was going to go really get people. Just be careful.
And Nike outed themselves.
You think Trump had some of that too.
And Nike outed themselves is really what happened. No, what happened was, whatever it was a true blackmail. And I want to say it has something to do with racial sensitivity or something.
Could be.
And whatever it was, Nike just said, you know what? We're going to tell on ourselves.
We're going to tell to get you out.
Whatever he told on themselves. And I can't remember what it was.
In jail.
What do y'all think about Tom being disbarred? I mean,
he should have been disbarred.
Why take so long?
Everything is a process, though.
And maybe because of COVID. I don't know. I think he's got stuff back, too. But he's been recently.
And that's just federal. He can still do it in state.
But I'm trying to think that I have anything else. I know. What do y'all think about Garcelle saying there's a divide in the group? Because she was like, what does that mean? That because y'all knew her longer, that y'all care about her more?
Well, that was because they were trying to say, we all love and support you, or most of us do. But we've known you. So it's a contest. And she was like, it's a contest. It's been a divide in that group.
It's a big divide.
Crystal need to come on in with them.
But Crystal was in the beginning like, well, when you talked about the Alzheimer's and this story, and it's kind of hard to believe. So she did say a little bit, but she didn't say enough. She wasn't Garcelle.
Can y'all believe? I watched most of the shows yesterday, tried to repeat the season. Crystal was a Girl 6 operator. Yes. And that was on the show. So it was the night that they played 2 lies and 1 truth.
Yeah.
So she said, I've
Remember
been arrested.
that?
She said, I've been arrested. I've been propositioned to be a madam, and I was a sex worker or something like that.
Yeah. So
And the lie was she had been arrested, but she was a girl 6
she was
operator.
a girl. I do remember
She
that.
was the operator. Ain't that funny?
That's.
Because who would have ever thought that? I would have
I
never
mean,
thought that. I thought that was
not about
hilarious.
her, but they all done
Mm-mm.
something. I'm just gonna say. So what about the preview? I think we're done with everything that happened. What about the
Yeah.
preview of next week when Garcelle gonna shake the table? Are y'all ready for that?
I don't like how Dorit is trying to make her out a bully because she called her out. You notice that her
What is
three
the issue there, though?
because if there is no issue, Garcelle called her to the table when
Mhm.
she said, "You didn't say that the other day."
Yeah, she's like,
That's the
we
only
believe.
thing?
That's
Yeah,
Their
it.
only
And
issue?
that's
because
her
Wow.
own.
even the issues that she gave in the previews was about Kyle and
Yeah.
it was about Kyle and her with the fish
Mm-hmm.
and something else that she did with somebody else.
Was it Lisa Rinna's daughter? Food?
Yes, mentioning
But
yeah.
on that
Oh,
one,
yeah.
but
So and
on
then
that,
from that they're going to use try to. But I'm like, you don't bully. So Garcelle that's your interpretation of
that's
a
her
bully.
interpretation. But Garcelle, they said at that dinner, but they didn't show it. Told about her son
I
and
know
his.
she was pissed about that too. She was
Yeah, so that was so one
Watch What's
sided.
Happening Live that night talking about that. She was like, I really wish that you all had shown the rest of it. And then Andy said, well, we released the full footage thing online. She said, yes, I saw that and I appreciate that.
Right.
But, in context, she was very clear that she was pissed off about it.
She should have been. Because Dorit's husband was even like, baby, that is true. Because her husband's like, if she did these things, you can't be around her. Now, if she didn't, you can. So, I mean, even Dorit's husband is telling her, you got to be careful around Erica. And he done had some lawsuits too. But I think this one was way more than his because of the victim part. But,
I mean, lawyers get sued all the time.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the job.
yeah, rich people, I think, get sued all the time.
That's true.
They get sued all
Business
the
people,
time.
a lot of people, big businesses too.
So we didn't think anything else on Beverly Hills? Y'all want to move to Huntsville?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, so Huntsville, what did y'all think about the episode? I was expecting a little more from the Destiny male situation, but with
Yeah, that was kind of so the watermelon was sweet and so they were okay to be friends. What I didn't okay.
That was very lackluster.
That was weird. I don't know.
What y'all think about the episode though? Was it good? Did you enjoy seeing Wanda?
Wanda's a whole mess. Wanda did make that episode because I don't care what nobody say. You can't have this show and not focus on the hosts. Y'all need to figure out a way to get them back together because this show is my interest is Lord is
yes, this little thing. So this was supposedly last night.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these people?
That's Martell and the host. I don't know who they with.
No, the girls.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But they look like they together.
Girl, they are.
Nuh-uh.
Girl.
No,
I told y'all they get back together.
Well, did y'all like the video?
Oh yeah,
Actually, I did like her video. I actually think that's one of the best housewives videos I've actually seen. Like for real, on all the friends. Nene's was fun, although she's not really a singer. But I did like hers. I thought hers was fun.
Nene had a video.
You know what?
About did she have a video?
Have a video?
I think I did.
No,
maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's just the song.
Yeah, the song. I don't remember a video. Monique had a video. And,
oh God, no.
Nah, that was terrible. I wouldn't play that. But her names. I mean, I actually have listened to Melanie's song like in my car. That was a good video. Like it looked nice. Her in the end with her dance with this leotard on, girl.
That's right there.
Look, she got the body for it. That ain't the issue.
Who is he though? Am I supposed to know who he is?
He was just a model.
He got his medium clothes on.
Nice
he looked like Martell in them white clothes. I ain't
You know
mad.
what he looked like? Y'all gonna think it's so funny. In
I
the
already
face.
know because somebody said it on our
Who?
thing.
Tim
Who?
from
Sweetie Pie.
Sweetie Pies.
Somebody said on
He
our
Oh,
looks
is
like
Instagram.
that
a
what he
much
is?
better version of Tim.
Version. Yeah, he looked like he had his hips reduced and stuff. Yeah,
He put his hips to his chest because that man got a nice chest. He moved it up a
he
little.
does.
Yeah,
I
but somebody,
recognize something about him, and that must be it. Okay, okay.
yep, they said that on our Instang page that
Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even. Yeah, I just
Mm-mm.
when I saw him, I said, I don't know why he looked
stop
like
it,
Tim.
Latoria. She's trying.
She needs that studio behind her
Oh, did
because she
y'all see
sound
her
bad.
release that statement about her
No, that she was
about
tired.
Mm-mm.
what she did in Birmingham?
She was
No. Oh,
tired
with the kids.
Yeah, she was saying that she gotta get in the gym or something because she be winded and then
Yeah.
excited. I think is what mixed
Winded
with
and
that.
overly
Yeah,
excited. Okay.
Well, we told her that she needs to get on the treadmill like Destiny's Child
and she
did.
don't need to be trying to dance. You should just stood up there and sway side to side
Just
and let your background people sweat.
because
You
she,
can't.
I
You know what
mean,
though? It wasn't. It was not the best performance, but it's a good song. The video wasn't
Yes,
bad, and I like her music. I like Candace's music.
yeah, Candace
They've been
is
two of the
good.
best.
actually see, but Candace song. I first of all, I can't necessarily. Some songs to me are better when you see the visuals. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think because I saw it the first time with the visuals, I
What do
wouldn't
you mean,
even
big
know what
people?
callback is, or pullback, or snapback. What she said?
Drive
Yeah,
back.
I wouldn't have known that term
She
had I
Oh,
not
said
saw
pull
the
back.
visuals. But
yeah,
I always go back to Alicia Keys. I don't know his name. I love that song because the visual was
the
so
visual.
good, and I've never really saw Most Def as handsome, but I thought he was just so suave in that video. Like
Not
Latoya.
Brother
I
Toya,
have
you
been
really gonna save
obsessed
me
with
damn
that.
tree tonight,
I
okay?
know she got vocal training.
You know
She
what?
throwing
She
the
is.
whole palm tree at us
I
all
like
night.
Candace music too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're good.
I
The
thought her
best
first song was
singer.
better than the second.
And Candace's
Yeah,
video
yeah,
was
yeah.
really good. I think
I
her
Yeah,
like her
video
it
was
video.
was
I think she's really
because I
good.
saw the visuals with it.
yeah.
I thought it was pretty good, but when I tried to listen to it, doesn't grab me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't. I couldn't figure out how to buy it. I wanted to download the whole album. I can't.
I don't think it's out yet. It's not on Spotify or Apple now yet.
It's
It's out. It's out because she
it's
Oh,
even
is
out.
showed
it?
where she purchased it. Yeah, and she as if she showed her receipt and she wanted us to go do the same. And I tried. And then when she had her live video, I said, "How do you go and do it? How do you do it?" And
Did
maybe
she
she thought I was
say?
joking, but she didn't respond. No,
Ooh,
she
you
sings
know
from her
what?
Yeah,
nose instead of her.
it's on YouTube Music.
But is it the whole album? It's just that song.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
I
It's
can't
just
find
that
the album.
song.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it
it's
is out.
out.
We
The
gotta find it.
album.
Yeah, because I couldn't
Okay.
find it. So what do y'all think about the game that they played at Mel's house with the what was it? Never have I can't remember.
Oh
I
yes,
did it with the
where
side chick. Did y'all see
Tisha was
Tisha side chick?
shady. I couldn't believe that. I mean, so she really believes that Kimmy was a side chick. Is that
That's why I think that there is so much to this story we really don't know.
has
And
to be?
Tisha would know because Tisha was around during this time. Y'all heard Kiowa say we were all pregnant at the same time. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
Her
they
Yeah.
and
had,
Tisha? Yeah.
yeah, all of those boys. That's Maurice's son, uh,
Yeah.
Tisha's
Yeah.
son.
Oh my
They were
goodness.
probably really, really close. And so she knew what was going on and when it was going on.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe they were separated
I didn't think
and,
about that.
you know, and there was some overage there, but he was probably done
Right.
considering that he used to live in Michigan.
Because they were probably separated, not
Yeah,
still together, and Kimmy,
yeah.
but she
For
wasn't like
this,
Areola, okay? She
no,
wasn't like
yeah,
those
when
moms.
this thing happened, that's why Kyle was probably so upset because they met somewhere at a baby shower or a pleasure party or something. and she met and was still married to Maurice.
Maurice.
Did y'all had heard that story?
Girl.
How do I
No,
remember?
no.
But it was
Pleasure party,
allegedly a
girl.
pleasure plot. Y'all don't have those in the
Yeah,
South.
girl, that's why I got excited.
Well,
So and I want to say Kyle
I,
was selling it. Somebody was
she
selling it,
gotta go tonight.
or
Okay.
if it wasn't her, it was Kimmy's friend. Somehow
Oh.
they were all in the same room. And
oh
at
my
that
God,
time,
no.
Maurice and her was still married. Where they were, I don't know. So Kimmy knew her before.
They knew Kyle too?
Yeah, well, they from their party. They
Right.
went to a party, not together, but
So that's why Tisha was being so shady more than once.
Cause she
Okay.
looked at her
yeah.
like,
So there is some overage there. So maybe, like I said, Maurice had moved down here. They was dating a little. I mean, Monster is 14.
yeah,
And they were together 9 years. Remember, that was the whole thing.
cause she wouldn't marry her for that long. Yeah,
Correct. And at this point, they've at least been married 2
Dang.
years. We up to
Yeah.
11. Are we there?
yeah. So
Monster
that's
at
close.
best is 14.
Y'all leave that. Look, it's okay, Kimmy. You can be a
Because
side
this
chick.
is being filmed. This just ended in May. They graduated from the 8th grade.
Yeah.
Graduated in May or very, very early June. So we're watching this pretty close to real time.
I don't
So,
even want to know.
what did y'all think about the oral sex conversation and what Mel said about that?
I was shocked.
Do you believe
Wait a
that or
minute,
no?
I wasn't listening
I
to that.
do because of something Martell said.
Okay. What did
Oh
he
yes,
say?
yes, I remember. Okay.
That
Sorry,
she
go
said
ahead.
Martell said at a therapy session that see, I listen to men. Martell said in a therapy session
I ain't got no
that
comment.
we was talking about pleasure, and she was like, she was trying to prove to me that her apples are better
Which one?
over here than they are over here. You don't remember that?
Right, but Latoria, let me get that back. Can't
So
find
silly.
it.
Y'all don't remember him saying that?
Ooh.
Yeah, I do
So that's
vaguely.
what she was
Yeah,
trying to
he
do
was
it every day.
saying that Melanie basically was trying to prove that she could please him.
But
But
what
he
that
had
got
already
to do?
been over here so long, and he done got used to them apples.
So that
Oh,
throat was
boy.
better than
He
her
was
throat. Is that what
using
you're
some
saying?
kind of fruit metaphor.
Yes, I remember that. It was horrible.
So her throat, so Ariola's throat is better, basically, is what you're saying.
Who you asking?
I'm just, is that what my
He didn't. You kind of get the impression that
oh, so she the new
Melanie's
soup.
fight for him was late.
So she the new
That
soup
he
head.
could tell at some
No,
point that
it wasn't
Melanie.
late.
No,
It wasn't late.
To him,
It was, yeah, he was
to
done.
him,
He
to him. I mean,
They
even
both of them.
let's dissect what Melanie said. Come on, y'all. Melanie said once he was being more vocal of what he wanted. So there it is. There's what I have been saying. When a man comes to you and is telling you what he wants, he's only going to ask so many times before he responds in a crazy way.
But he shouldn't cheat.
I didn't say it was right. I just said it's the choice that he made. Okay, so so it was clear to me that some of the things that Martell had been saying have been true. If you go to, he's been going to her, telling her what he wanted. Melanie was that wasn't her thing, but toward the end, she was trying to make it her thing.
So that means she was trying to make him happy.
Correct.
Right.
But he said that it was. But I had already been over here, and he had already been so good. And he used some kind of fruit metaphor. I want to say apple.
Yeah.
He was like, she was giving me all of these apples at the end, trying to prove that her apples was just as good as these apples over here. But he had already been here. These apples he probably didn't have to talk to these apples and tell these apples
tell them what they want. Yeah.
These apples, because this apple was eager to please. And there is a difference. If you talk to men, there is a difference between a woman that wants to please you and does it because you want it.
Because you're obligated.
Different.
It is. It's different.
And men feel it.
So her apples was red and her apples was granny Smith. That's what it was. Granny apples was fresh.
You like the red apples
delicious.
over there.
It was delicious. Red delicious.
Well,
Granny Smith. All right.
I don't know how well they were. I don't know how well they were because he's a free man now. He's still not over there with them apples.
Them
So
apples weren't that good. It's, I mean,
obviously not.
Well,
that's
they always look good and crisp and perfect until you got to
right.
be over there every day,
And then you
and
bite
you
into it and it
realize
get
that
brown and it get
you
old, right?
you ain't cooking and cleaning.
Right.
And my babies ain't here. I can't see him at night. I can't tuck him in. He
Mm.
had a trade off. Martell
And that
had
was
a trade off.
it
And you
wasn't worth it.
in 20%. You remember that old 80-20?
Mm-hmm.
Melanie
Mushy
was the
apples.
80. She
Yeah.
was the 80%. She was the
That
mother of his children. She was business minded. She was goal oriented. She was the head.
yep.
He could have even had the ideas and the brawn, but Melanie made it legal.
Yeah. She was the
She
brains.
was the brain there. And here it is. She got all of these qualities you want, except she don't have time to care for me as a man. But
Oh
this
my
one over
God.
here got time to care for me.
That's how Martell. I mean, we're not saying this right, but that is how he
Yeah,
thinks.
that's how he
That
thinks.
is how he thinks. Not that it's right, but just that is how this man thinks.
Well, he made Ariola feel like she was the top apple in the tree and all that, and now Ariola is over there babysitting his kid and her own without him. So
Without
Well,
him,
he just
the
realized
purpose
that
of
she was
that?
20%. And she probably can't get no child support because it don't look like she got no
he ain't got no money, so she can't even get child support. Like she,
money. So if
Most
Melanie,
mandatory,
and
yeah.
then what makes it so bad, if Melanie never marries and they just decided to mess around for the rest of their life, for one, she wouldn't get a dime out of me if I was Melanie and they did decide to get back
right?
together. But most importantly, under the eyes of God, I think they still married.
Who?
That you talking about legal stuff. Legal stuff don't count. This just me.
Oh, common
Legal
law kind of
stuff
marriage.
don't
I got
count.
you, girl. You know what? They could
No
be
taxes.
doing
Look.
Erica's name and getting rid and divorcing to keep some kind of money.
Right.
Girl, Melody, you better not go back to him. I mean,
She
I
don't want
don't
that man.
agree.
She
Girl,
don't
she
want
would
that
sue the
man.
mess out of him for child support under Melanie. But he ain't got no money right now.
Yeah,
If he's
ain't
smart, he would continue to put stuff under Melanie.
yeah, child, that makes sense. So do because you okay, so and he seemed so happy at the little party when Melody was like, Martell, don't let them talk to you like that. Like
Girl, they still love each other.
he was taking yeah, and I was like, I just can't. So okay, so when they was at the table and Kimmy was like, I rub on everybody. And then Tish gonna say, you better not rub on Martha. Martha, why did she do that?
I
I don't know
wonder
what's
why
up
they
with
took
her.
that footage out too. You know, there was some footage on the second hand of the pandemic that they never did add. And I don't know if y'all remember Melanie and Kimmy really didn't respond. It was really
He did,
Melanie
yeah.
going on and on about allegedly. I don't know what she did to Martell that made Melanie so uncomfortable, but it was so confusing because this was also around the same time she filed for a divorce, but something happened.
Mm-hmm.
Kimmy? Kimmy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they said Kimmy was rubbing on all up on
Martell
Martell.
and whatever it is. That's why they made that comment at the table because we know you like touching on
Touching
folks.
people. And she was
Yeah,
like, yeah,
there was an
Martell,
whatever it
Melody.
was a big blow up. And it was a blow up because in real time for us, we were watching right before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And
I don't
right,
remember that for some
right at
reason.
the end, Kimmy or Maurice, because Kimmy didn't respond, Maurice did. And Maurice gave a detailed timeline because if you remember at the end of that, there was rumors that Kimmy was the side chick.
Yeah, that
So
when that started.
Martell had said that.
Mm-hmm. Martell was
So
mad.
there was this,
Martell's a mess.
yeah, he was mad because Kimmy had mentioned Arion's name.
That's coleslaw for those who don't know.
That's coleslaw. I don't
I.e.
know if that's
areola.
disrespectful to
They
even
named that word. They said coleslaw at the on the show.
I thought that's embarrassing. Did y'all see what she posted today? You
I
feel
don't
bad
follow
for her.
her.
Like
I don't.
Who feels bad for
I
her?
feel bad for the
I
side
did
chick
a little
boy.
bit.
Joy,
She was
Joy,
getting into.
Joy.
She
Come
that he
on.
was
What did
married.
she post today? What do you feel bad?
Well,
I don't know
this
what
is
to
one of
say.
the reasons why I felt bad.
We're gonna have to
Okay, I'm
decompose
waiting.
you.
They had been having an affair,
Well,
but they had stopped before the show started. They filmed the show. The whole time it aired, allegedly, he had not had any contact with her. When the show was picked up for the second half, toward the end of filming, she called. According to him, they had not spoken in almost a year.
So she called him?
Yes, and it was because she had heard about the show.
Okay.
So if you're watching the show, I felt bad that she kind of got wrapped up in it, because it seems like, I mean,
well, that's what happens when you get wrapped up in somebody else's husband, though.
I know, but it had ended.
Oh, but she called back though. Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
Joy,
it ended.
Come on now.
Well, I'm gonna call you back and then let you get make me be superhead again. That's her fault. That's her fault. Okay, she went back to
and
that.
Obviously she was just as good as superhead. I mean, because
what in the world? Because I'm like,
I'm just saying.
I can't feel sorry for no side
look at Latoya. She can put up all the vegetables. I mean, look, it was a buffet at one time.
And then Wanda did tell Melody. She was like, "So what did y'all feel about her when she said, ain't no man go?" She didn't say these words, but it's something
she
like,
did. Ain't no man gonna want you and them kids.
That's basically what she said.
That's what she said.
And what was that word she said? Reconcile. Reconcile.
You and Martell
reconcile. I was trying to figure out what two words was she trying to put together.
Recognize
and identify stuff. What two words was she trying to put together?
It's not.
Wait a minute. Recognize.
I suppose reconcile and
maybe reconcile.
I can't. I
don't know, but I was like, I wonder what two words she got mixed up in her head.
Where they from again?
She and then y'all hear her say, "You almost made the Bessemer come out of me." I said, "Don't be blaming that on Bessemer." I used to live in Bessemer. Don't be blaming that on Bessemer.
And then when Martell and Tish, I feel like she talks lazy, because when they was on the thing and she was like,
"That's why she got a lazy tongue."
She said iron me instead of iron me, like it's the iron. And so I don't.
If you think we talked about that, I think when we
did. It's been a while.
The bottom of your mouth.
She talked lazy something.
It's a speech impediment, but it's generational.
Yeah, it's from her mom. Yeah, it's passed down.
Wanda mama probably talk like that too.
And so they hear it, and so when you hear it, you speak. Because but she talked lazy too. What else did I have with Wanda? I just couldn't believe Wanda told her to go back. Why in the world?
But why did she even feel it was her place?
I think because there is love. I think
ingredients. Listen, y'all. So this is what right? Look, this is what Latoya has, right? You see what's on there, and you see why. That's why she's so good at it. That makes sense, Latoya.
What was it?
Carrots.
You know, these are all emojis for. We just need the banana, but that ain't in coleslaw. And so because she's so
those
good
ingredients
at it,
for coleslaw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess the mayonnaise comes out at the end after you get.
You know what? I don't feel sorry for her, but I do wish they quit talking about her.
I agree. I guess that's what's it. And it's somebody that you haven't even seen on the show yet. My whole thing is you gonna go all in, Martell. Go all in.
But Martell, no, he wants Melody back. You see how happy he was when she was like, Melody wasn't screaming at me. She was taking it for me. He was so happy, y'all.
I think he wants to be where the money resides.
I understand.
Where the money resides. I really
and that's
do.
what Mary had a little lamb, honey. He like.
But I will say this though. Melanie, look, she could definitely get another man, because she's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
But I will say this, that this is the old school thought with Wanda, but I do it is nothing like feeling 100% confident with leaving your children with somebody if you needed to travel. And if you met somebody, those would be things I would worry about. And I could see Wanda talking in those terms.
Yeah.
You got 4 babies. Who are you going to trust more than their father?
Absolutely.
I agree with Gizelle, because Gizelle tried this and it did not work. And I don't think Jamal even cheated on her, but it's sometimes when you go back, if you go back, you got to be really over what he has done. And if she
Yeah.
goes back and she keeps throwing in his face every time they argue, remember you cheated on me. You better not be going to coleslaw house.
Mhm.
They ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
So
Melanie, and that's where Melanie is.
yeah, and
Melanie, I agree with that.
yeah, they won't make it. And she will be the one because I would probably be the same one too. I'm gonna get you every time.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
then
so
okay, so somebody I didn't see this, so we may need to go back and watch it. But they said that Tish was filling up Martell. She talking about people can't
On
fill up
his
Martell.
arm.
last night,
Yeah, she was
I
when
didn't
he
even notice.
came in. She went over there and was touching his arm. Kimmy did the same thing. That's why Tisha said, "Kimmy, you like to touch on." Kimmy had said something about touching on something or somebody.
Right,
It was something
But
related to Martell, and then Tisha was like, "I don't care who you touch on, long as you don't touch on Marcel." I was like,
Marceau,
"You
right.
might want to touch
No, I
Marcel."
want no dang on
and that's what I was
Marceau.
about to say. Martell, I mean, look, he's muscular. I mean, I can see some
Marcel,
things worth
yeah,
touching. Ain't nobody gonna go touch Marceau. I'm sorry.
not
Yeah,
Marceau. I
I
don't
mean,
understand.
although he
I,
does have blisters on his hands, we know he's working
he's a
hard.
hardworking man. I will
But
say that. Do we have anything else on them? I think that's all I had. Oh, the
well, what about the
crying.
girl, the Tiffany chick,
Yes.
and the crying and the
Oh, see,
what do y'all
see,
think about that? Nobody want to
no,
touch
somebody
Martell.
said, I don't know how this would play
Has
into
been
it,
throwing
but
all kinds of
I,
shade at
I
Timmy.
do kind of
She
think it's
has.
a little truth to this. Allegedly, well, ain't no allegedly, Tiffany's biracial and her
right.
mother's
I
white.
read that.
And somebody was
Oh,
saying
okay.
that, when not that, it is what it is, but Black people that do tend to be raised by white parents do see certain things as a conversation source that I would not.
Yeah, because like we like
There's
What?
no
Italians.
way
For
I
a
would have
reason.
mentioned that man's
We
teenage
don't say that
son
in jail. They say they
on
went
TV.
away. Like we
Yeah,
use those different things and different ways that we talk about stuff. Even Italian people, because Teresa them don't
I
talk
was
about stuff.
sure saying that they was at the
They
university.
right. They are like us. Where her family probably talked about everything freely. It was a conversation. It was a learning moment.
Yeah,
We're going to learn from this, Billy. We're not going
yeah.
to be upset with you. So she did that. But when Maurice said this, I was like, "Come, did y'all feel bad?"
I didn't because she shouldn't have
No,
said that.
no.
There's no
Yeah,
way
no.
that their teenage son should have been a
Mm-mm.
topic of
I
conversation on this
agree.
show.
I
I
Period.
didn't feel
agree.
bad either.
That shouldn't have
No.
been positive. Congratulations from the 8th grade or something. That was
Maurice
his
checks her in the
kid.
most
He had
respectful way.
every
Very
right.
respectful. I agree, T.
He
Very
got
respectful. That's what should have happened. And I'm just glad it stayed calm, especially when Monster's mom came over
Oh
and joined
yeah.
in. You
She was
know?
But
like,
I will say this. Let me keep
Right.
on this same thing with her also having a white mom. That was some white girl stuff with her crying.
yeah,
Instead of you
that was
saying,
them white
dang,
tears,
you know what? I
child.
wasn't even thinking. That's really what you should have said. I
Yeah,
tripped. I wasn't thinking.
that
You
was
Yeah.
know
them
what?
white
I was
tears.
kind of nervous. You'd be eager to get into conversations, and I shouldn't have said that about your teenage son. That should have been the
So what did
beginning.
she say? I know her
Not
husband
kayak, girl.
spoke.
Kayak.
Kayak was respect.
She
What's
basically
her
she
name?
just said that she had heard that Monster was vaping in the school in the bathroom,
Right.
and they didn't even
Did
say
she
where.
apologize or did the husband apologize for her? For some reason, I heard him speak
I
more than
think he
her.
did. But she didn't mean no
Actually,
harm.
you're right.
Yeah,
Because I
Actually,
wouldn't.
you're right.
it was her
Yeah.
husband. He was like,
Probably
I
because she
know
was
my
Like
too.
the
wife.
husband
She
trying to
doesn't come from
boss
a bad
up.
place. She meant no
Yeah.
harm.
Yeah.
I
Because
just
I
hope they
mean,
move away from this. I don't want to keep
They
talking about
will. I think they will. But I'm glad they had the conversation. I'm glad it
yeah,
was brought on TV. Maybe somebody else was watching and will learn that you don't do that to them
yeah,
kids
that wasn't cool. Because I
at
mean that.
all.
So now you got this kid who already don't who make that could be literally the only thing that they know. His mama's name is
Man to
Kyle,
man. That's true.
and he vapes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they would say. And he
Yeah.
vaped.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll learn from this. I do. What do you think about Mel
She
saying? I
conveniently
think
didn't
the
know
real
she
thing. Oh,
heard
Callie
it.
got away. Was Kimmy not knowing.
That was part of it.
I think that was part of it
That
too.
was part of it, but Kimi shouldn't have said that. That the only thing she should have been worried about is her friend, is you shouldn't have said that. I would kick your tail if you was talking about my
Yeah,
son
if you
like that.
talk about my friend like that and their children.
Yeah, you should. Kids are off limit. To me, that should have been the conversation. Kids are off limit.
We got anything else on? Or anybody want to talk about anything else with Huntsville ladies that are watching?
Nah, that's it.
I don't think I have anything else. Let's get to Potomac. We let's see. Y'all act like vaping is illegal. Yeah, he's underage, right? He's 14.
He's
That's illegal.
14. He going
Yeah,
to ninth grade.
yeah. So
Or he's
that's
in.
why it's because of his age.
Yeah.
Um, Callie's back. Yeah, but yes, because of his age, and so that's another reason why she shouldn't have said anything because it was illegal for him to be doing that.
Yeah.
Um, but I think he's going to get from it. They had a great little graduation party. I don't think it was so big of a fight. It was still fun with a little drama. So
Mm,
I thought this episode was pretty good. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
think next week is going to be even better because Wanda going to show up again and show her tail.
Oh, I thought it was nice how they included Kaya's husband
Yeah.
in when speaking about the boys in their future. I thought that was nice to include everybody.
People say they feel like Kiowa still likes Maurice. Do y'all think that? Does she look at him any kind of way? Okay, I don't see
No.
it. So, but other people are saying that. It's like I don't see that.
This
So
and she had been moved on. She
Yeah.
had been moved on. This isn't a new marriage. And I want to say who's probably awkward was
This
Maurice's
double
sister used
standard
to
is
go
just too
with him.
messy for me.
Remember, Maurice's sister used to go with Kyle's husband. So
did
they've been
yeah, I
knowing this
remember
guy
that.
for a long
Yeah,
Oh.
time. Mhm.
yeah. It was
This
it was
isn't some
fun.
Okay.
new guy. Maurice and what's his
Maurice's
name?
sister used to go with. Okay, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Was
Because
that on
they
the show
talked
or
about
something?
like this triangle, what? And then somebody's mama,
Girl,
Melanie's
Oh.
mama, was supposedly dating one of their brothers. It
they
was
Oh,
said
and they
that
did the
they did.
video.
Melanie's mother said she didn't. She was
yeah,
like, "Why would I be ashamed? I'm single." She
because he
was
just
like,
helped them.
"Yeah,
T.
why would I be ashamed to
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so
my
I think Huntsville is still one of our favorites. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Potomac. So we kind of already talked about them a little bit because
Yeah.
we did our show Monday instead of Sunday.
this week is a real good one."
It's gonna be so good. I
Is it?
cannot wait.
Mhm.
Karen
This
What's
week
tonight is
is
happening
gonna be
tonight?
on Watch What Happens Live. So everybody tune
Mm.
in. There's
now.
already a
Watch
little
what's happening
preview.
on chat room.
I mean, I'm sorry, on
Oh,
chat room.
okay.
It's taking place of Watch What Happens Live. And she's being a grand dame on the preview if y'all all seen it. Um did y'all see the clip before we start talking about Potomac of Monique? I shared it saying that they asked her to be on All Stars. Does anybody
Yeah.
believe
I believe that, but she said that her issues were a production issue. Production is terrible. That was one of the things
terrible?
about
Yeah.
Potomac that I do want to bring up that people been talking about.
I shared some stuff in all those Potomac groups, and some people still arguing with me. I
Yeah,
shared the
if
video
y'all,
showing it.
I always say this. I've been watching reality TV, unfortunately, since I was a senior in high school. The
Look,
first year that the Real World came
Not my
out of New
mama bird.
York, I was watching it. That's my age. Anyway, one of the there was like a reunion, it was 5, 10
well, let
years
me tell you why
later.
she's saying the Mama Bird thing. Was
Okay.
Monique said
Listen.
the reason that she didn't do it was because of
4 days later, after she was
and then
asked,
2 days later, why does he even have to be in the
and
discussion?
I didn't understand. And she started crying when she said that. So I didn't understand. I was thinking, what did I miss?
I didn't understand the
I,
correlation either.
the
She
reason
was
I don't
like it
believe
was
it is because
God telling her not to leave or something.
unless this was before she started saying that they tried to hack her Twitter and her Instagram and tell her that she couldn't speak and all this, and it was Bravo was all this stuff that she was saying about them. I don't see them asking her to be on All Stars if she unless
Bravo
it was
hacked. Bravo hacked
she
into
was saying that they were
Monique's.
trying to censor her Instagram and Twitch.
Oh,
She did a big live about it.
But I do believe that. I mean, I don't know why you
censor her
all
from
don't.
what? Wait a minute, censor her from what? What is she? What is there
But
to
I'm just saying,
say?
why would they ask her to be on All Stars after she says that kind of stuff? I just don't.
I do think that it could have. I do believe they would, but I don't
If she
think
did
that
the
you
right
all
thing,
are
that's what.
missing it. They were trying to censor her because Monique was giving out information about the last season that she was on that was not on the show. She was confusing people. I
Yeah,
absolutely, if you go back and read what she was saying, I absolutely believe. Because I remember thinking, as a matter of fact, allegedly that first live that I kept, not the first one, the second live that she did, with Chris. It was the one, not the one that we see. She actually did a whole one before that they probably made her take that down. I believe it. I believe that the one that we see, that we only get 2 or 3 minutes of her outside, that somebody just happened to record that, but they made her take that down. I absolutely believe that Bravo was trying to censor her.
I mean, because she created a false narrative, and
exactly.
Yeah.
She created a narrative that wasn't even on the show. So they had to bring up things that they would have even Andy said we would have never brought this up. And I don't know if you know, remember, Sharice had already said that they were banned for even having this conversation about this game.
Yeah, they didn't even talk about it. So when he said, "Oh, don't he look like me?" Gizelle was like, "What?" So we talking about it? Because I thought we weren't supposed to. Right. Like, they did this. Chris and Monique did this. And what people
if they really did all this, then why would Bravo have invited them to be on the All-Star?
Because she had already signed the contract, I think.
Oh, you think it's because she signed that contract?
She already signed the contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she just declined to come back on. They're not going to force you on. They may offer you something for a dramatic effect, but I mean, it ain't that serious. If you don't want to be on, because now, let's go back to Bravo and production. I ain't no Monique fan, but I agree with her about this. Production are sneaky sons of so-and-so. If you all notice, Gizelle only tells one time to Ashley, and why they didn't air it, I don't know. But if you go back to early previews, when Gizelle sits down with Ashley to have, it's when she was going to tell her about the pamper party.
And when she on that yellow shirt and like was in the cafe or something. Yeah. They would eat the little cake.
Right.
Yeah.
When they sit down to have that little talk, if you go back to the previews, Gizelle tells her then.
Yes.
But it didn't air like that. We didn't see, it didn't air like that. We think it did because we saw the previews so many times. It actually aired. She didn't tell Ashley until Ashley, when she had the baby and she was burping after she had the baby.
Right.
And that's when she looked surprised.
That's
how I know it was a voiceover. Because
they didn't show them. And I even posted this. I posted the video. Mm-hmm. Even when her and Robin was talking about it and Wendy walked up the stairs, that was a voiceover. She used the same words I think Wendy's overcompensating for something. It was the same exact word.
Robin, somebody has tweeted Robin that why didn't you all say something as Wendy was coming upstairs and they showed that little clip. And Robin said, I couldn't. She said, as of that particular, somebody asked her in the previews, why did she deny that she knew anything about it, about the rumors, because when she was walking up the steps, Gizelle told you about the rumors. And she said, that didn't happen. She said that conversation just flat out didn't happen. And people keep forgetting about, and you're right, not only using the same words, the audio sounds different.
It sounds different.
The audio sounds different.
I posted that in all the Potomac groups, honey. They were arguing with me. They was not believing me. I was like, y'all are crazy. I'm gonna put the text.
Richie Sky. That's his name. Richie Sky did a whole video about this. Even he was saying, I don't understand why they're not showing this in the right order. Why they're showing he mentioned that. He was like, why would he tell why would they tell what's her name twice? And both times she act surprised. Something is off. I'm telling you, Bravo, this could be a bad editor, but they're editing this bad. This is anything that I did not happen, which is a conversation about the blog rumor. Gizelle never brought it up to me. I hadn't heard one word discussed about it prior to this moment in this clip. Hence, not knowing what Wendy was talking about. For whatever reason, someone felt it necessary to edit the audio and throw me under the bus. That's why I'm telling you, they edit badly. Yeah, I don't like Monique. I'm telling y'all, if y'all didn't know that, whatever. She said it, but nobody know. But if you're manipulating a narrative, if you're watching this, it makes it seem like Gizelle is repeating this over and over and over again. She could have said this in confessionals for all we know. They did the same thing it was so confusing if you were watching last season and people were saying Gizelle had no business to talk about that girl baby. People forget that not one person at no point during filming mentioned that girl or her
They didn't
children.
mention that baby.
Never, not once. But if you watch the narrative or watch the confessionals and how they play it in loop and play it this week, then again 2 weeks later and a week after that, you think she's saying it over and over and over again. She's not.
She said it one time,
She
and I
said
do
it
agree.
one time.
She should have said it to Wendy and not Ashley, because you know Ashley's the bone carrier. And Ashley was going to say something. But Ashley even said to Gizelle, I think it'll be best coming from you. I still don't understand why Ashley went and thought about to do it on that girls' trip. Maybe she's trying to keep her champagne glass. That's fine. But Gizelle does say that she did admit that she shouldn't have done it and she apologized. But I think Wendy just want to have a reason to be mad. And she know that if you mad at Gizelle, people going to say your name. Yeah. And so.
And Gizelle gave her a reason to be mad, but somebody was going to talk about them rumors. They shouldn't have
to. You have to talk about that.
Somebody was going to have to. But I do think that Wendy is giving them an opportunity because Wendy, in my opinion, is playing herself down this season, and I agree with her. I do think she's playing herself down.
She's dumbing herself down.
Yeah, I mean,
you need a mission statement for a business plan. I don't care what nobody say. You know you need a mission statement for your business.
I wouldn't necessarily know a mission statement, but I would know I know a business plan. I know I would have to register my
because you have to have some type of vision statement in your business plan. Because people, if you don't know your vision or your mission, you ain't gonna get no dang on business. You've got to have some type of vision and mission. She knows that she's not dumb, but she's playing dumb. I think she thinks that viewers will like her more if she's not 4 degrees. Because I do think that
she walked around and maybe felt like she had a chip on her shoulder. And now, this season she wanted to lighten up. And I think that it kind of blew up in her face because she doesn't know how to strike a balance.
You think she did?
Yeah, she just don't know how to strike a balance. And my whole thing is just to be authentic. And if you think about it, unfortunately, first generation Africans aren't normally, maybe the stereotype, I ain't never met any, let me just say that aren't serious.
Okay, I can answer this. I think I'm giving Erica a pass. I'm not giving Erica no pass on nothing. I said it could be true her husband kept it from her because of his connections. But Wendy's husband is a lawyer who does not keep anything from her. He knows about this type of stuff. Like, well, you did this and then come to me. I mean, he was like, this is what you need. Her husband was the one who told her what she needed.
Yeah.
He's not like Erica's husband.
But why would she go to him? Why wouldn't she go to him when she went to Karen? I mean, it just makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense. So that's why I think I'm kind of like, your husband's a lawyer. He's not like Erica's husband.
He got an MBA.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why I'm kind of on Wendy a little bit, thinking she's faking it. And she could not be. I don't believe she's not. I think her little body's cute. I'm happy she loves it. I mean, I like happy and I like
I get the question though. T. I get the question. I mean,
you get it because of Erica, but T's helping you out actually, not us. So you.
But T is totally against Erica. So it's not just that, but I do get it because of Erica.
Yeah, because they have totally different husbands. Erica's husband supposedly doesn't talk to her about anything lawyer wise and business wise, and she didn't see. And Wendy don't have no LLC that she signed the paper for either. Because I'm thinking Dr. Wendy ain't gonna do that either. But
yeah, well,
I don't know. I no, that's not what I think. T. Maybe you're talking to Callie on that.
Oh,
because we know she knew something by March. Now she might didn't know something before March, but she knew something eventually.
Wow.
Anyway, we don't want to talk about Erica no more, Hunter. So
Did y'all see
anything?
this
What else?
post from
So do y'all think
Ariana?
that Candace is gonna be right for throwing Ashley out? Because it looks like she's gonna throw her out
Oh no! Why? Why
because
she gonna
she
throw her
brought that
out?
stuff to their little get together.
Oh, about Wendy?
Yeah,
Mm.
girl. Latoya, why I was just singing that song?
You said it best. Love is blind and it
And
takes
it'll
over your
take
mind.
over your mind, girl.
What's
Seen
the
that.
what song is
Anything
that?
you think it's about her friend who was getting beat and she kept going back to the man. Y'all know Love is Blind.
Who sing it?
Eve, the rapper. Uh,
I'm sorry. I only know one Eve
y'all
song.
okay.
I
The
know
one.
Hot Boys.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, y'all.
And
You
I know
got to
one
know.
song she sing with the banana girl. BAN. What's her name?
Uh,
Gwen Stefani.
it's so funny.
That's all I
Okay,
know.
anyway, y'all, you need to look up that song. It's very good. Rough
Rough
Ride.
Riders, married
Hey,
to a billion. Yeah. We know who she. Yeah. Hmm.
thank you,
Did y'all
T. I'm
see?
like, come on. But anyway, so anything else with them today's gonna be good. What else I want to say about them? Karen's gonna be on Wish I Have a Life. The voiceover. Okay, so Gizelle
The
is doing a new
voiceover.
business venture.
Oh
Gorgeous
well.
by Gizelle. Is anybody going to buy her lashes?
I went on there
I
and looked.
bought
They
them.
cost too much.
How much do
Well, so my
they cost?
thing, they were
They
30
like
bucks.
27, 30. It was
Is that a lot for
20.
lashes?
I think
Yes.
so. For
Yeah.
something that's only gonna last a week or two.
No,
Yeah.
she said that they can last a year.
Girl,
If
okay. No.
oh, I don't
Uh-uh.
know. I don't wear them, so they don't last.
Uh-uh.
They soon as they get wet,
They're
they
done.
ain't no good for real. Like you gotta, I ain't gonna say wet, but it seemed like if you showering every day, you already gotta selectively clean your face
I can get
Girl,
100
so they don't
lashes for
fall
$2
out.
from
But
Alabama.
right, they
Okay.
after a couple of washes and they get wet. I don't care if it's tears or like tears in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It just they usually don't. They not even magnet, right?
Mm.
so they not
I
mink.
bought
What are
some.
they if they not mink?
I don't. I mean, I don't like mink ones.
I
I
haven't
don't know nothing
tried
about
those
lashes.
before.
They're
So
not. I don't
yeah,
necessarily like the best ones I ever had though. My cousin got from LA. She probably paid $2 for them, but she sold hers for 10. She branded hers and sold hers for 10. Those are the best lashes I ever had, and I'm sure she got it from some place in that. It, like I said, in LA and the swap meets or
so why
something.
is Giselle's charging so much if that's not the normal price?
Because I mean,
Well,
she got brand.
I got on these Dramati lashes things here. There was $1.99, honey.
Yeah.
What?
Hmm.
So
I get
so
my girl. I got these off Wish. These are short though.
Did you get them? How long can you use them?
I've tried to buy them by the 10 packs and stuff.
Yeah.
So
y'all,
they last, and I try to get the ones without the strip, the non-strip. These are non-strip, but these are kind of
what
short.
do you mean? Are they individual?
No, I know how to do my own individuals
I
though.
can't. Oh
She
Lord,
said
no.
not Wish, girl. I know people shop that Wish that much.
I like Wish. I
Do
mean
you order a lot from Wish?
electronics and stuff.
What?
I get from little stuff I get from Wish.
I
I
ordered
ain't
only
got no
one thing from
clothes from
there.
Wish, but yeah, I done
I
got
ordered a
10.
bag once. I ordered a backpack, a leather one. It was
Yeah,
good.
Oh, it
I
was
still use
good.
it sometimes.
yeah,
Hmm.
phone cases
But I
and
ain't order all the time though.
right. I'm a regular.
So
Mm.
you got the
I'm a
VIP.
regular.
So you
Like
saying that
these little
she's doing a
earrings.
different.
Nah, these might be Amazon.
She's doing a VIP. She's doing her lashes are for VIP rich people, maybe.
I just think that I mean I personally would not spend $30 on a pair of lashes. That's me. Because mine only lasts like a week or so.
Oh,
Usually. So
I did just because, but
but Callie got them, so
she's
she's
not
gonna
gonna
do
make
a.
no money.
when
Yeah, we're
you
gonna do
get
a
them, you gonna show
tutorial.
them to us,
Yeah,
Cal?
we're gonna do the whole little video. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a
Yeah.
thing. So that's why I was like, "Did you get them?" Yeah, I thought we was gonna be able to do it today, but she ain't got them.
And she doesn't do her ventures through y'all notice that all the housewives that don't do their business ventures through the show,
Don't
they
have
don't have to give Bravo a percentage.
right. So what? So I was on her page. I congratulated her as us. Like, and so one person on my thing was like, she should have showed this on the show from beginning to end. We want to see it. And I was like, well, if she did that, she would have to get a percentage of it. And Gizelle ain't giving them none of her coins.
Because
So
everything Candy does, she has to give Bravo a percentage.
yeah,
Yeah, and $29.99 for some lashes. She's not. There's no way she's getting rich off of this. So she needs to keep every percent she can get. I
but
would think.
so they $30 for lashes. Maybe they only cost $2 to make, like Joy's friend.
Yeah.
So that's a good little.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if you go
Candace
down
don't
to the
talk
swap
to
meet,
me.
and her stuff was professionally
Did you see the
branded.
box? Did you see how it's a movie when you open it?
I saw it. I was wondering, was that her packaging?
Let us know.
Yeah, I'm eager. That's why I wanted you to see that, because her packaging looks awesome.
Yeah.
She might be spending more for the packaging.
For the packaging than the
Mhm.
But yeah, you're right. Candace don't talk about her business. She mentioned that at one time when Karen's wig almost fell off, and she was like, "Well, you know, I got a hairline. I can help you." But
Candace has never
don't even
mentioned
say
her
the name.
hairline on
Yeah, she
like
didn't say the name of it.
Portia
All
throws
the
hers
time.
in Go Naked Hair.
Go naked
She's
hair.
never, because if you notice, she's never done anything on Go Naked Hair.
Portia do it.
She just mentions it a regular.
Don't ever say "Pampered by Portia" on there
Right.
or anything.
I don't think I've ever heard her mention the sheets. I've seen her do the lingerie. Cause I just happened to be watching an old episode, and they had a photo shoot, and because Cynthia was in the photo shoot.
I didn't watch it.
And I don't know what season it was, but Portia was doing lingerie. I don't know what happened to it or what.
She probably still got it. Portia's a good businesswoman. I will say that.
And she's in with now Amazon. I see Candy Lim did that now.
Kenya.
So is Kenya.
Yeah, Candy and Kenya too. They all are doing it.
Yeah, but Portia been doing it.
Yeah, so they're doing it now. So
I just wonder if they're making real money from it. I'm pretty sure Candy is, but
you can look it up and see how much they sold on there.
On what?
On Amazon. Amazon has
I can look and see how much Portia has sold of her products, you mean?
No, because she don't just do her products, she does other stuff.
Portia's product.
So does Kenya. They did other stuff. It wasn't just their products. They were talking about
Amazon favorites.
Yeah, favorites.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you probably could see how they sold. Anything else on them? I just know I'm ready for tonight. And I am tired of production. If they play that loop one more time of Gizelle saying that, and then Wendy was even like, "You didn't say it once, you said it twice." I'm like, Wendy, you know that she said that once.
Yeah. I even tweeted that. I said, "Girl, that is such a."
Did you tweet it? Okay.
I literally tweeted that was an obvious voiceover, and if I can pick it out, I know you could.
Drew has been wearing them Go Naked wigs. I wonder if she getting paid to do it, or if Portia just hooked her up because her wigs were so bad. Somebody was saying Portia needs to give Gizelle some wigs, but I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Giselle's wigs don't look bad, do they?
I don't. Somebody say they look real wiggy, but Gizelle has every.
I think her earlier. Gizelle got real hair. You can see it when she washes her hair.
All that lacy stuff, so she's not gonna mess up her edges and all that. She just gonna sit on top of her hair and go.
Folks,
she's not doing
that. Gizelle can't catch a break, honey. She can't catch a break.
Talked about
She's dressing better this year. She's dressing better this season. I think
she looks.
I don't think that she's never dressed bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Gizelle, in my opinion, has never dressed bad. She's had some bad outfits, but I don't care what nobody say. All of them look a mess. Ashley probably is the best looking of them all thus far, because even my girl Candace, I don't know who Candace is cute as a button. She do not need all that makeup. And whoever put that gold strip on her,
I hate that.
Need to be ashamed of themselves.
Giselle wears a lot of fall wigs because you can see like sometimes her hair is on the top.
Yeah, but she got her.
Need to send Quad some wigs. Quad is doing better too now, though. I think. Karen says too. Somebody said they looked like Karen had an edge thing too because her hair used to be back here, and now it's
I
Right.
think she just got a big forehead.
Oh.
I just think she got a big forehead because she got a lot of hair. So one of her Instagram posts, somebody was on there doing her hair and showed it because I don't know, it
Doing
was
whose hair?
You know that
Karen's hair. Without, they were actually
Mm-mm.
washing and blow drying her hair.
and it wasn't
Mm-mm.
what
She
you
got a
call
lot
it.
of hair. She got a lot of
No,
hair.
she don't.
No, she got
You know
that. That
what?
wasn't her
Oh
hair.
my goodness.
You know now you can get
No,
the, what is it called? Lord, because Mariah does it.
The invisible
Yeah, the
web.
yes.
invisible. Yeah,
Cause there is
girl.
somebody. Oh
T.
God,
Honey
who
said
is
no, she
it?
ain't. She don't. You know when her hairline
I'm
She
is
ain't no
telling you,
made.
hair.
I saw that on there. If there is a video, and
Yeah.
it was a live video. Y'all know me. I don't even like her, so I ain't taking up
No,
for her,
she
and
got
I'm
the
already disgusted because I
There
feel like I'm on
is.
her side.
There
no
is a video out there where you can get that hair in your head, and then they can sit right there and blow dry it and
and
straighten it
blow
and tell
dry.
the
My
world,
friend
look at
Kia
her
does
real
it. It costs a
hair.
lot of money.
You talking about the invisible web or something else?
Yeah, it's like
I don't know what it's
no, they
called.
actually braid it in a little bit. I forget what it's called.
Because
They
I've
can
Mariah
seen
they
does
can
it
the
all
show
the
you the
time.
invisible web.
parts through it and everything. They can show you parts and make it look like, yeah, no, the Karen ain't got
That
no
what
hair.
Karen had. You remember when they was on the boat and her hair thing flew back and she had no her
Mm-hmm.
edges was way back
No,
here.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean,
And
and I like everybody on
Giselle was
Potomac,
like,
even
oh,
though
it's
Karen's
staying
not my
on.
favorite. But
She ain't got no hair. Mm-mm.
we got
It
anything
is
else
what it
on
is.
them? I do have Dean didn't
No,
cry when he met Giselle like he did with Karen, but
no,
What you say?
no.
Dean didn't cry when he saw Giselle like he did with Karen.
Dean.
The baby.
Baby
Remember when
Dean.
Oh,
Karen came over and he cried.
you know my ignorant self when that happened said, "Kid, babies know your
They
spirit."
know
You know, babies
that's
know
why I
your
said
spirit.
no. And
That you know that's an old statement. Babies know your spirit. I used to hate when people say that. Shut up. That's so mean.
but it's the truth. He did not cry. He was kind of peeking, hear what they was talking about. He was really interested. But Giselle still looked like herself. Karen, like as she said, got a new face, and he was like, "Who this lady, Mama? I don't know her." So that
Who
could
this
have happened too.
woman? Who this woman?
Karen does look good. I mean, her surgery's good. It is really good, Karen. We like to.
Karen, it seemed like it's wearing off a little bit, but I think it's because no, it's because those she takes really good pictures.
He takes
Like
filtered
I
pictures.
want to know what filter that is.
But they buy filters.
Good.
They can buy them. Because on
I need one of them to be honest. Wait a minute. Oh my God, I just thought about something that I did. I
he
think
messing
I
like his
did
mama.
ask her. I think I did ask her. What filter is that?
That's a good.
You
I mean,
asked Karen? You
Yeah,
asked
I don't
Karen?
a
know. I'm
good one.
saying Karen got a good filter, like for real, because it make
On,
her look 20 years younger. I
on
would love
reasonably
that filter.
on reasonably
I
shady, they
just
had this lady on there that told you how
A
you can make
mess.
your Instagram look better, and they were saying you can buy filters that are just for your skin tone. Like there's stuff that you
Face
can buy
tune.
that are just for black people, that are just for dark people. Like you can buy ones just for you. And Karen has that filter. She bought it. She said they're all
And
on it.
so does Khloe Kardashian.
Khloe Kardashian used the one that Portia used for Simon that changed their whole shape face and everything.
mhm.
That would probably
No,
cost a whole bunch of money. Mel
Chloe
I
uses
know
the
it's one
one,
filter that gives your face a brown. I ain't never seen that.
a bronzer.
Yeah,
Woo!
Chloe uses the one for
it's
the videos, not just the pictures.
Yeah, that's a fit. That,
yeah, on Snap you could take pictures on Snapchat, but one of those new filters, it makes you for I mean when you look at it, you be like, I'm about 3 shades darker. And
really?
I thought it was something wrong with the camera. And I went on my daughter's phone. It was even worse on her phone. And I said, oh, I wonder, do white people use
That's
this
what they
filter?
use to get black. Yeah, that's how they
I
blackface.
cannot. I cannot. I
I ain't
cannot.
mad at them. It's good to have a little tan, honey. I like my tan. Um, anything else, y'all?
Mm-mm.
Y'all need to buy them Giselle things. And Giselle, if they buy it, I need 10%. Well, I'll take two because it's only $30. Oh, that ain't enough. That's 20 some cent. Um, anything else?
I wonder how shady is Karen gonna be tonight.
I'm not even
I,
gonna watch. I'm
I
gonna just
don't
let y'all
know.
tell me.
I'm gonna watch it because it's coming out. I tape uh the Shaw's. It's
Does
coming
that
in.
reunion come on tonight? I was trying to
Yeah,
find the clip
it's
and I
coming
couldn't
on
find
the
it.
end of Shaw's.
Oh Lord, Martin, you like.
You like the white lady from.
I am not like the way
Is
Oh,
that
what's her
Rachel?
name?
Rachel
Shiraza something
or
Ali.
whatever.
Rachel, you could tell.
Yes, yes,
Rachel
that's
still
her
got her
name.
natural looking afro hair, everything. She said y'all ain't gonna take her blackness away from her.
And she does braids. Do y'all know that? She braids the black girl's hair.
He does. Y'all better not
She
talk about
does. She sure does, honey. She does
I
good
mean,
too.
if you think about it though, in all due respect, and this is no shade, I can at this point, if we're allowing boys to feel like they
yeah.
girls and we have to recognize it and vice versa, if you feel like you trapped in a black woman's body but you white, come on sister,
But
bring
I'm
the
gonna tell you
sodas to
this.
the barbecue.
When you do
Look,
that,
bring the sodas to the barbecue.
when you do that, you better be able to
She
handle the
said
stuff that
bring
comes
the
along with being
sodas
a
to the
black woman. I
barbecue.
don't want you to have your privileged white woman moments no more and say, "Oh, officer, I didn't mean to." You're gonna have to just go to jail like Portia. Is Portia doing any more social justice stuff? Has she done anything else?
I mean, ain't nobody been protesting. They
Oh,
need to be out there
but you ain't.
protesting
But
for
you
these
don't.
voting rights in Georgia. For the life of me, I don't understand
Listen,
why
it's
that's
just
not happening.
like going about being an advocate for people. I mean, like you don't always have to march to be an advocate.
I don't think too much is. Yeah, I know, but I don't think too much is going on right now, though.
Maybe
They're
not.
just out there
I
buying
mean, it's
the
still people getting
mansions.
killed and stuff, and I ain't heard her say
It
nothing.
ain't made. If it is, they've been keeping it hush. It
Yeah,
ain't made national news in the last.
because I
Because
ain't
it's
heard
been
nothing but
like.
Tamika Mallory or any of them. So maybe they on hiatus.
Did
Maybe
we
Black Lives
discuss
ain't
the
mattering
fact that?
today.
Did we discuss the fact that Fallon admitted
I'm about
this
to, baby.
week?
It's next.
Okay.
It's next. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
So, honey, Fallon, I follow her. And so she went on Instagram and she said, "We got an announcement coming up, but you got to watch it on our YouTube." So I'm sitting here stalking this lady YouTube because you know I'm nosy and I admit it. And so as soon as she
I
said that,
omit
I had
it. I
I knew it
omit
was
it
so
for the
big.
club. She
So this is
said,
what she had on Instagram.
Oh
And
God,
like
that
I'm
was so
having an
boring.
announcement, right? We already knew what it was because Joy's over here talking about she had her stomach every time. It's like,
I said, she comes up with creative ways to hide her stomach every time by heads, bending over, something in front of her. She behind a couch.
have a child in the
Like,
lap. And she just
come on,
and
girl.
she would post these pictures with no stomach. And I'm like, why does she and her face would look thinner too? And I'm thinking maybe these are older pictures, or maybe it's just the camera angle, or
Yes.
what?
The
You
reason that
know,
I thought that she was showing a little bit because somebody released something and somebody put in the captions, you don't know how hard we had to fight. She would to do this picture.
to do the
She
yeah,
didn't want an up to date picture. She wanted an old picture.
she wanted the
And
old
I can't
yeah.
remember what caption it was, but that was a while ago. And that girl is probably 5 months pregnant. Y'all go back. Simon and Portia only popped up in May. It wasn't March or April. It was May. It
So
was
it was
early
May.
May. It was a matter of fact, I could tell you what date it was because I
We
Googled
went
it.
live, whatever day that was.
Well, no, not just that. I did. Portia is engaged. That's what I Googled to see what it was. May the 10th when it
So May.
hit. People published it May the 10th.
So that means that so she shouldn't be but what?
She's probably 4 or 5 months pregnant.
Somebody was even saying that video that she's showing is old. Like she filmed that video
It's possible.
and
I'm
she's
telling
more than
you, yes,
even
I believe it. She is every bit of 4 or 5 months pregnant. My whole thing is, even if she 4 months pregnant, because you know she more than 3, because nobody would announce that they're pregnant
right.
before they're 12 weeks. In this day on a national, even if she was 3 months,
You
that would
don't
take
do it.
her to May.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that man, say whatever you want. He may have told the day that he found out, Simon.
The
He
math ain't
wasn't
math.
lying. Her math ain't add because she
It
could
ain't math.
just be, even if she's 4 months pregnant. And that's probably what she is. She's probably about 4 months pregnant. She's not 2. She talking about
No,
she's
she's not
newly
2.
pregnant. Girl, you done
She said
lost your mind.
but then somebody was like, you
So
have to listen to the words she said
has
because
she
she.
cheated? Or yeah, are we saying that to say that she cheated on Simon or what?
She I mean, she absolutely cheated on Simon. Your husband accuses you, and I believe that. Look, let's go back.
But
And
wait a minute.
I
So
don't.
if she's only 4 or 5 months pregnant, right? But
every
if she's 4 or 5 months pregnant, but her and Portia's sister and Tanya and all them were over to Fallon's house in 2020.
correct.
Okay, so
Yeah, he fouled
she
twice.
had every right to cheat. Then, if Portia was over there messing around with Simon at the pool party,
He wasn't messing around with Simon at the pool party.
how you know they engaged now? Something
Nobody
was
even
going on.
accused him. Look, in
Something was going on.
No,
January,
y'all.
this is why I go back to Simon. In January, he
You
filed.
supporting men a lot over women,
I support who right.
Okay, so
which
tell us
in
the
your
timeline,
mind
Joy.
is men over
He,
Tell us
women.
he,
the
if
timeline,
he
and then we
filed
gonna.
for divorce in January, then withdrew his petition.
Okay.
And first of all, she lied and said she don't know why he refiled again. That don't make any sense. Nobody files, then withdraws, and
Oh
then
Lord.
files again, and she don't know nothing.
Well,
And
okay,
then he claims
doesn't matter.
all the people in the
You
world,
messing
he
around
can
with
say
Portia.
generally
I
that
just
she's having an
introduced you to
affair. She
Portia.
said no, he's having an affair with her assistant, and she pregnant.
That little
And
boy.
all of a sudden,
He's
we
so
together.
young.
And 6 months later, we's pregnant. It just happened.
But how do
Excuse
you
me.
know that Simon wasn't cheating on
Portia was
her?
over there putting a plot in place to take her husband in
That girl was
2020.
not trying to take that man.
Excuse
don't
me.
think
girl's
so.
If
husband.
you are admitting to the world that you're engaged to somebody else's husband and you just met the man at a pool party in 2020, you went over there with plans in mind to leave with
Well,
the
I think
African
that she
boom,
was.
boom,
I
boom.
think that he was divorced. It's kind of like,
No,
but
He wasn't divorced.
well, he
They
wasn't.
just got divorced.
she wasn't divorced.
But
She
I think that
So
once you hit that
we can't even,
settlement, once you hit that
well, he,
settlement, you just listen to me. Once
Latoria.
you hit that,
sorry, yeah.
you did get pregnant. What she say? What she say? Go back to that one.
Nothing.
It's
Lord
crazy.
have
Yeah, but he didn't
mercy.
get pregnant, right? He didn't get pregnant, right? That's for sure. And neither did Portia. She has sense enough to wait.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't
The
know.
best evidence I ever heard, and I don't know if it's true, was that on inauguration weekend she was dancing on the yacht, and allegedly that
Portia was.
the
Mm-hmm.
they were trying to say it was Simon's. That was the best evidence that I. But even then, we don't know that. We're just kind of second guess based off the fact that she had on this
her that little
swimming
outfit.
It was some kind of swimming suit or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're guessing that out of, and that's only under the guess that she's only worn it that once.
But I'm just sitting here and I just don't see, which Portia does fall in love fast. But it just seems like
she falls. I don't know if she's falling in love.
Nobody is exempt from anything in this whole thing. Simon was cheating. Falynn was cheating. Portia was cheating. Jalen was cheating.
And I think that you kind of get a pass in a sense in your head, not in the real world, not in the eyes of God. We talking about in the world, worldly stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
but in a worldly sense, your man cheats on you or your woman cheats on you, it's fair game.
Yeah,
you have permission to move on.
It's also fair game if you messing around with the girl I invited over to the pool party. It's fair game.
Yeah,
it's fair game, Joy.
So you think that this boy, this other son that she is now pregnant by, it just happened after Portia and Simon.
I don't think nothing about that little boy. I don't think nothing about that little boy. Whatsoever. First of all,
I wonder.
He is a little boy.
Not innocent here. I think she had an affair.
No, I don't think she's innocent. My point is, if I'm bringing look, Joy, if I am up here married to
No,
Donald
she
Trump
is
and,
not
and
the
I
innocent
invite you
bystander.
over here to my party and you go flirting around and showing your little poo poo to Donald Trump, and next thing you know, y'all engaged, then it don't matter when I get pregnant, okay? You
I
leave
think
my Trump
all
Okay.
them
alone.
wrong.
Okay. Put
I
it
think
like
all
this.
them wrong.
She got proof.
Of
Portia
what?
and Simon don't. There it is.
Proof
You
of what?
But you could say the proof is them
cause
getting
she
engaged so
pregnant.
fast. I mean, who
Okay,
gets
but
engaged that fast?
she's announced pregnant. She's announcing her pregnancy now. Portia
But
announced her engagement to a married man months ago.
and Portia on
So
what's on
I
the
don't
chat
care
room.
what happened or when it happened. If you're gonna marry a man, make sure that man is already divorced before you go announcing your marriage.
She
So
will.
there is well, no,
Huh?
she didn't. She
You don't
didn't, Joy.
announce, you just announce an engagement. An engagement is just a commitment. It's
To
not a
be
marriage.
married. Don't go try and change the definition.
So wait a minute. So
Joy,
you
stop.
saying because she was so fat?
Stop.
How is
What
that
in the
fault
world is
looking
going
good
on up in
because
here?
she invited
Girl.
a naked Portia around?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all can't be blaming Sally. I agree with that. She should not have let her husband see Portia's big old butt
Mm-hmm.
uh in the swimsuit. Like she just should. And I think that Simon really wants to be on the show.
I do too.
Simon
He
really
is a
wants.
Peter. He's a
Yeah,
Peter.
he.
And I think he would bring a flavor to Housewives that we've
Yeah,
been missing. I really
Simon
do
wants to be
think
on
No.
the
that.
show.
I do. He old messy man. It ain't nothing better than a
Yeah,
messy man.
he's a messy boots. And I feel like Portia and so I think she really likes this man, but she falls in love fast. But I do think they were messing around more longer than we think
Of
because
course they were.
I mean I know
Portia
he
really
likes
likes
Portia, but
every
he ain't just
man
didn't
she
ask her to
meets.
marry him in a week. You know what I mean?
Portia, she
Portia
really likes
on
every man
chat
she meets.
room.
It's weird.
Portia was talking marriage to me on our very first date. That's the truth.
I can see talking, but did he when he buy your ring?
It was just a couple of months later. It was in
Okay,
Oh,
March.
he
was
flirting.
Like we
was he
literally start talking on our very
was
first
he
date.
okay?
But
But was he
how old are
married to
Wait a
y'all?
somebody
minute.
How
It
else?
was literally the end of January.
Was
He
he
asked
married
me
to
to
old?
somebody
marry
else
him
at
in
the
March.
time? Joy, was he married
Huh?
to somebody
he
else
wasn't
when you went out
nobody
with
else.
him?
He didn't have no kids.
Nothing else
Have
mattered.
no
He was
man.
a single man at the
No,
time. Okay.
we're talking
Okay.
about two totally different situations. Okay, Joy?
Right. I mean, come on. Mm-mm.
Joy. I mean, but Portia just had that good in her. Good too, honey, because they want
Wow.
to marry you within a month. I ain't mad, Joy. I ain't mad, Joy. Let's
Wait a
go.
minute. You know they saying that they've been having so much problems with
Yeah, we
getting
do
the
fall
cast
quickly.
together that we won't see a Housewives this whole year.
Yeah, we won't.
Because
If we
they
won't,
said they're going to do Portia's show
yeah.
and then Candy's show. And then hopefully by then they'll have a cast together. But they
In
don't have a
2022.
definitive cast.
And
I
then
wonder why don't nobody want to be associated with Housewives anymore.
Because
Because
we
they
see
used to be.
everything in the world that they doing on Instagram anyway. I mean, we don't really need to wait till Sunday. We can see everything they're doing. Because you
That's
know,
an unfortunate part.
yeah.
Yes, it is. Simon already put out the video of all 6 of his girlfriends in the garage the other day.
He did on his
Portia
card.
just an extra addition. I mean, what are we gonna watch him on TV for? Just put it on
I'm
Instagram.
eager to see what they're like together.
Who,
Portia
Portia
don't want you to
and
really
Simon?
see her
Yeah,
with
I
him.
really am because Portia is a jump in girl. She really
Yeah.
is. I think about how she did
Clearly,
Duke. But she's
jump
been doing
right
it.
on in.
This isn't new behavior. If this
It
was
is
new
because he was
behavior,
married.
no,
That's the difference. Did she do this to another husband? If so, we need to have another call and discuss this.
you
Portia
can't be
just
calling my
loves
friend an adulteress. You ain't gonna keep calling her an adulteress.
because it's fine. It's fine. She's
If it
repenting.
act like an
She's
adulteress, if
repenting.
it talk
The
like an
Lord has
adulteress, if it
forgiven her.
smell like an adulteress, I bet Simon smells like Drake Hardnor. It's because he's
Oh,
been married 4 times, and that's an adulteress cologne. Okay?
When I saw him with Peter and they was sitting up there chit
yes.
chatting or whatever,
That just made your
all I
day,
can
didn't
say
it?
is, oh, this is. And look, Kenya is going to try to destroy them because she's
No,
going.
Kenya, don't give them.
Kenya,
Don't give them the
Kenya's so bitter. You heard this week she didn't got permission from the courts to
show
to
her daughter.
exploit her daughter.
Kenya
Show
is bitter
what do
about
you
what?
mean, Floyd? So
About
she
what?
can
What I
show her
missed?
kids like everybody else.
But
Kenya
I
is
mean,
bitter
that's
because
okay. It's a
Portia
lot of
announced her
people.
engagement
I
to a
think
married
about
man.
Lisa Wu. People forgot that Lisa Wu had 2 children
No,
That
we
was
didn't forget that. We know she had 2 kids by Keith
that
Sweat.
she never could show on the show.
Right. Yeah.
That was
Well,
what
okay.
Sutton's issue was too. She couldn't show her kids,
She
so that's
right.
why she didn't get a diamond the first. And I think now she can show the 18-year-old. I don't think she can
She
still
can
show
Yeah.
the
show.
young
So
kid.
She had her on there one time, just a
She had
sweet
the older
innocent little
girl.
girl, nothing
Yeah.
like her mom.
but my point is like it's just not that big of a deal necessarily to show her. I don't understand why that would be a fight.
But what is
I
a
think
big
that's a
deal
power thing
is,
because when you go through divorce, you fight over the stupidest stuff, and that was just one
well,
of the
yeah.
wins she wanted. You know what I mean? I just something
What
she
is
wanted
a
to
big
say I
deal
wanted.
is, or what should be a big deal is that you don't announce that you're getting married until the man you're marrying is divorced. So whatever season you want to announce that in is fine with me. Until then, we don't even need your
You
show
talking
on
about
air.
my friend?
You could talk
Mhm.
about Portia. Portia was wrong to get engaged to a married man, but she
I don't
did
care
it.
how pregnant
And
Fallon is.
it, Fallon was wrong
That
to
little
get
boy,
pregnant while
though.
she was married. They both were wrong.
Right. She act like why you sitting up here saying they just divorced? You think she just got pregnant?
Who's
You
divorced?
don't think they just got a divorce. If you want to take that out,
Wait a minute. So they
What was
just got
that
divorced?
said about
So we are all
Brooklyn?
in agreement that Portia announced her engagement to a married man. What in what country is that okay?
let me find out whether they
Well,
get
her
divorced.
baby daddy was
When did
okay.
Simon and Fallon get divorced?
It
Was
was.
that before or after the COVID
It was
vaccine? And what other vaccine did they get? The
we thought it was
HIV,
November.
the married one? I don't know.
I know I
We might need
posted
to
when they got
discuss it.
divorced. I don't remember when. It was before November though. Was she? Who
A
was the
married man
baby
and
daddy? Latoya?
Latoya, who are you talking about, honey? Africa the continent.
What?
Latoya,
Latoya,
Latoya cracked
what
me
is this
up.
information you getting from, girl? I ain't heard nothing about this. You just know everything. I ain't never. I
Latoya
don't
cracked
think
me
you should
up.
date a married man. I would never date a married man. But I'm not.
And if you do, look, if you do, don't announce you marrying him while he's still married.
You're right.
Because that
Okay,
means Joy is
I
not
won't
going
do
to win
that.
that disagreement. Even though she will
I
I'm
won't
try.
do
trying to
that. Okay,
find
what else I got, y'all? We done been on this too long. I got notes. Hold on. Oh Lord.
What you looking up? The definition of an adulteress? Let me look it up for you. Hold on.
pick one of these fingers, just one. Pick one.
Now, Joy, start taking.
Let's see what this said. Let's see what we
So we
got.
know Dallas is canceled. I'm kind of disappointed because Dallas was supposed to have a show with people of different races next time. They're going to have a very diverse cast. And I don't know what happened, but they are canceled indefinitely, which means they probably not coming back. If so, they'll probably come back on Peacock. But I was looking forward to seeing the different type of women because Dallas is very diverse, but it was only the rich white ladies. Oh, we didn't talk about New York and the Black Shabbat. I do want to talk about one thing with that. When Ramona dismissed that woman's story about her pain. What
It
is
was
the
July 27th, by the way. You
in
think their divorce wasn't final until July 27th?
Yeah, and it was supposed to be November, so it was sooner than we thought. Okay, so in Africa, I think is polygamy okay in Africa?
It depends. Some places are.
Yeah, so you can have more than one wife if you can afford them. Simon can
Where is he
afford,
from?
huh?
Where is he from?
Nigeria.
Oh.
I don't know if they can. They did need Leanne. The Dallas when the Leanne left, it went downhill. I stopped watching it. But I was really upset with Ramona at that Black Shabbat, and I don't understand how calm Ebony is with her because I don't
I
think
think Ebony was like, I'm finna let this woman hang herself. At some point, her friend was like, Ebony was like,
I just couldn't. I mean, Ramona was a train wreck that episode, and she was kept. I mean, I just couldn't understand when that black woman. She's
outside
like,
and
no, no,
peed.
no,
Who was that peed outside?
Sonya. This is what I was gonna say. Hold on. Ramona's acting a fool.
That's what she was doing.
Sonya
Literally.
and in the driveway, but people saying Ebony's ruining New York. Um, I don't understand why they're trying to blame this season on Ebony. I
No,
know she's
she's
a
not.
little preachy, but this season just has not been good, no matter what anybody says. So I just was very disappointed in Ramona for dismissing that woman's pregnancy and her issues and them thinking she was a drug addict. That stuff happens for real. Even what's her name? She looks white, but she's black from Married to Medicine, LA. She was saying that she would see them come in and treat black patients different, pain wise, than white patients. And saying that black people were addicts or or addicted to drugs. Well, white people could get it easily. That happens a lot. But Ramona just dismissing that black woman's story just it made me look at her a little different. I've never been a Ramona fan. Yeah, they don't, and then the white people don't want to talk about it either. Oh, my child.
Yeah,
Well,
I
y'all
mean,
ain't talking about
I
mommy.
look, I'll even admit this. It's just too much black. I think that look, I think Ebony
You did
it would
not
have
just say
been
that.
better
You didn't say
in
that.
conversations that they brought up, like organically.
Yeah.
Everything is black. Instead of saying I'm going to go to a Shabbat, it's trying to, and I know I was a black Shabbat
Yeah, I
because
think
it was
her friend
supposed to
wanted
be
to do the black Shabbat, or maybe Ebony did.
because it was supposed to be an inner. It was to mend the relationship between blacks and Jews.
Like, yeah, to show that they have some of the same struggles, or
Correct.
they have had, yeah, some
Right.
of the same struggles.
So I
Yeah.
mean, I know it's just everything is black. The Harlem Nights, the everything is black. The after
But
the
you got to realize when
election,
this was filmed, it was during
I
all this.
know
Yeah,
this was I know when it was filmed,
yeah.
and I get it. That is what a lot of people were talking about. But
Hmm.
white people really do have a problem with talking about race. This is why we're in the same loop. Until they can be open and honest about race, we don't mind talking about it. But then we get up so upset and frustrated with them because they don't see things as we do. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
think
when
it's
you are
just
the benefactors, it's hard for you to be objective when you are still benefiting from the past. Black people just don't. Like they're still the benefactors. You have privilege in that regard. And if you don't
Yeah.
believe that you do, you're going to be having this conversation in loop.
and
Like
that's what they doing.
yeah, they're
Ramona's not
having a
gonna get it.
yeah, they're not going to get it. I mean, and it's not it's nothing wrong with being a benefactor. The reality is, if I had money and I was able to occur wealth, of course you want to be able to pass it down to your family. Yes, you're supposed to have generational wealth, but we weren't allowed to have
We
those
don't have
things.
that. Yeah,
One of
and
the things that was pressing on me during Black History Month, they played a lot of the not Black History Month. They played this year because it was the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa riots. They were paying
Mm-hmm.
a lot of. There was a black man there who owned this hotel that was like a really fine hotel, and one of his ancestors currently said that she could have been an heir to a host of hotels around the country. The it was possible.
yeah,
There were black people that really made a good faith effort in this country to put their footing, and
e-
a lot of times it was taken from
even
it.
Black Wall Street. Yeah, like yeah,
Yeah,
Black Wall Street. Yeah. So I mean, I, and when we do have generational wealth, look how they treat Candace. Now her mama ain't supposed to help her buy a house. Why
yeah,
you
Right.
let your mama do that? You
that
got
is
to
so
go
Right.
to your
true. That
mama.
is that
And
is so true.
I
Well,
pray,
we don't
I
understand it, nor do we respect it
but it's
because
okay for Ashley to have a rich husband that takes care of
yeah,
her.
That takes
right.
But
care of her
I don't
mama. That
understand.
takes care
Yeah.
of
And
her and
Monique,
her mama.
it
Yeah.
was okay for Monique to have. I keep forgetting to watch that, but it keeps. It's just we don't understand, and I
We
hope that I
don't
can leave.
understand, and we also have this sick thing about making our children struggle.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like we think that it's almost a rite of passage.
Uh-uh.
I even when I sent my daughter off to school, we were trying to budget, and I remember in my head, saying that this is what I learned how to budget money, and my friend was like, that's just a life lesson. If you got it, send it to her. Why should she? I mean, yes, she should learn to budget her money, but if you got it, send it to her. I can understand if she's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you don't make your baby starve or do something strange for a little change. That was her argument.
Right.
To prove a point. We don't have to we don't
I
have to
agree
make
with that too.
our family struggle and
No,
our
I agree.
kids, our children, and we tend to do that. Like we think it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
When you turn 18, you got to get out instead of instilling in. It's the whole thing of you going to school or you need to go to work. We don't want two grown. We even have saying two grown women can't live in the house at the same time.
Same house. We do say that.
You
And
know,
I agree. And I want to be able to leave my child something. I'm not trying to. What is that? Is that Wendy?
Wendy Osifo, honey.
Yeah, she's gonna wear that tonight. I I understand Wendy want to show her body, but it's just too much. It's just too much.
and it's not that it's too much. It's just so different. And
Maybe
it's
that's why it's
almost
too
like,
much.
will the real Wendy stand up?
No, I think the reason I'm saying it's too much is because it's too little.
I
Like
like the way she walk in the room, honey.
it's like she's trying too hard. Like you can be sexy, show your body, but she's just I don't think she knows how to do it. She's not. It's not her, or she's
I
not
don't
used
know,
to it.
but that outfit she had on that was so tight
Yeah,
that
it's too
seemed like
little.
it was the size of too small.
That was too little. And I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all, I used to wear little clothes all the time, so I'm not saying nothing against what she's wearing. But
Wendy,
yeah,
so
I
did
did
you.
all the time. Okay, I was the majorette, so we didn't wear no clothes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm used to not having, but it's like
All
they
right,
fit me
newbies.
though. They did fit me, like the clothes I had on, like they weren't too little. Do you have anything else? Hot topics? I can't. Let me see my notes.
Girl, we going on 6:30.
What time we start? Oh, we gotta go. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, Shakari. Well, how you say her name?
Oh, girl, she tripped. Gone. That's
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Whole thing. We win. We beat her. You see us? We beat her. But she was ninth, y'all. What happened?
Too much
Them girls,
pressure.
it was so cocky. Them Jamaican girls can run. That
I
one of them,
said,
one of them women is like 32 or 33 years
yes.
old. Like they take
Too much
they
pressure. She didn't
and
want
look,
that.
you can't run and smoke weed.
Smoke
I'm
weed every
sorry.
day. Because I was telling Latoya, I was gonna say something about. I guess it's the weed that slowed her down, but I ain't want no smoke. No pun intended. But I didn't do all that. I was nicer to her on that little thing.
But I know that her post interview she did too. The first one she did was terrible. She should have never
Really?
done that. Yeah, she was cussing and stuff and was talking about, it ain't gonna stop me. This ain't nothing. I'll be back. I'm back. She was
No,
just, she
she
was
didn't.
really arrogant. She didn't say back bees, but
But
she
she
was.
still
I
cut.
know she cursed in her post stop, and then she did another one where she was more like, "Look, I gotta get my hustle on. I gotta do better." She was more
Yeah, they
humble.
do. That's probably true. They have less resources. Plus, she been hanging with the stars. She been thinking she's a celebrity right now. Shakari, I don't know if she really practiced like she want to. Those Jamaican girls probably do smoke. But I do want to say we were going to do it today, but I didn't. I thought we should let everybody know we're changing up our format. So next week we're gonna break it up into shows. So it's gonna be more than one StreamYard I'm gonna send y'all. And it's gonna probably be more than one thumbnail kind of talking about what shows we're talking about. And we want to be more focused on certain shows instead of kind of jumping all over the place. So it's
Mhm.
gonna be new. It's gonna be probably get us a little time to get into our rhythm. But we think that it'll be very more what's that, more organized, and I think you all will enjoy it a little better.
And I think a lot of times people come to, you're looking at vlogs and you don't necessarily watch all the things that
Yeah.
but maybe you love Huntsville. So we'll just have a segment that's just on Huntsville.
On
So
Huntsville.
Mm-hmm.
you
And
can
then we're
just
going to
watch
try to
that.
probably share them more into groups. So, and then it'll probably be
Correct.
easier for you all to share them into the Potomac group because we're talking just about Potomac,
Potomac, right?
or the Huntsville or the Beverly Hills. So we're
Yeah.
going to kind of focus on one show, maybe
Yeah.
throw a little hot topics in there, and then we're going
Yeah.
to move on. We're going to come right back on, so don't leave. And
Yeah.
then we want you to join that video. So just bear with us. We getting this together, and I think it's going to be great. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, not chat room. Lord, I can't wait to watch chat room. Chatter up on Facebook. Anything else we got? Is that all?
Mm-mm.
All right, y'all want to?
Congratulations, Robin got her house.
Yeah, I do
Oh
have a picture of
yeah,
that. Robin got her
congratulations.
house.
That will be
That's
I'm
so
good.
pretty.
excited for
Victoria,
Robin.
thank
Here's her
you.
new home with her boys and her boo. She has the
They
cutest
come
family.
full circle though.
Yeah, she's got the
I
cutest.
love them. I love
I
them. I
love
love
them.
her vibe. Mm.
Oh, thank you, Latoria. And we're
Yes,
gonna start
girl.
sharing it a little more. We think we're ready to have more people come and join us, and so we're excited about our new little journey. We're getting followers. Thank you all for supporting us. We're growing faster than I thought we would. So just thank y'all.
Latoria, you want to come on one week?
She needs to
Please
come
do. That'd
on.
be fun.
You can be on, and you don't have to show your face. You can just talk and have an avatar.
And
And
T
I
too,
would
because
invite
T
people
is
on. So if you know people, oh, she said yes. Hey,
yeah,
girl. And T, I would
Oh
love T to
yeah.
come on too.
She
Me and
because
T don't
T's a
agree
good
often, but
conversationalist too.
we are respectful with each other. I will say that. So if
Yeah.
T could come on, I would, and Antoinette too. So we would like to especially have you three because y'all have been with us from the beginning and just so vocal. But y'all just bear with us and thank you all for being here with us. Oh, you're so cute. She's very pretty. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Latoria showed me her picture. That girl,
Okay.
she cute.
it'll
So,
be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be
yeah, we're gonna
fun to
have
have the
fun.
guests
Yeah,
and
so we're
that
gonna
put us
let's
in our
keep on
place.
doing it. I'm excited, y'all. So,
Yeah.
anyway, y'all have a great night. Let's have a fun Sunday. The good shows are on tonight. Shaw's is coming on. Chat room, not chat, yeah, chat room. Potomac,
And
right?
the return of the Walking Dead final season.
I stopped. They just killed too many people. I
Really?
stopped watching that. But
Oh
Y'all
y'all want to
wow.
don't
peace
watch
out?
Walking Dead?
I did until what's his name died, Rick, and then I stopped.
He didn't die, first of
Oh,
all.
he didn't.
Don't be killing Rick off now.
Oh,
He
he did.
disappeared. He went
Oh, he
off.
okay. Sorry. That's a Rick disappeared. Okay. Anyway, I
Poor
guess
Rick.
it's crazy. Y'all want to peace out? Oh,
Peace.
Peace.
peace. Oh, he disappeared. How do I end this thing? I don't ever know how. Come on.